right, welcome everybody. Here we are. We are shooting the brackets. This is their practice ends right now for the youth under 12 and the youth 12 to 17. Everyone's on the line at the same time. These are all the archers that made it through all the qualifying rounds at the Archery World Classic. I'm Joe with Archery Northwest, and I'm here at Archery World in Lacey, Washington. 220 archers are participating this weekend, and there was a large youth divisions. So in the 4 youth divisions, we've narrowed it down to the top competitors at this point. So the youth 12 to 17 for both the boys and the girls division, the top 8 seeded archers are going to compete at each other, single elimination bracket style. So first we'll shoot against 8th, second we'll shoot against 7th, and so on. We're going to show you live scoring as we go. We're going to keep up with the action, and then as soon as they're done with the bracket rounds, it'll narrow it down to the top 4, and we will be able to do a shoot-up style. This is going to put them on the podium, Lancaster style. X's are worth 11 points. There are 3 ends for score in the bracket, and it will be added to their qualification round for seeding for the shoot-up if they beat their competitor during the bracket. In the youth under 12, for both the boys and the girls, there wasn't enough to make an 8-person bracket, so the top 4 seeded archers will automatically move on from the qualification round, and they're going to continue to shoot the brackets. Even though it won't eliminate anyone, it will possibly reseed them for the shoot up, the part of the shoot. So we got a lot of parents, a lot of adults here. The 1 o'clock line just finished about 40 minutes ago. We got set up for this bracket setup. So you've got 8 youth, you've got the top 4 females and the top 4 males at under 12 shooting right now. That was their second warm-up end. Now they're going to be their first in for score out of 3 scoring ends. Again, X's are 11s. Tie breaks will work like this. If they are whoever shoots the most 11s, if there is a tie, will move on. If there is still a tie, it'll be whoever shot the most 11s first or the longest. And then if there's still a tie, it will be a shoot-off single arrow closest to center. We'll take a look at some of the brackets here for the youth female under 12. There's your layout. So since there were 4 that moved on, none of them will be eliminated. So those top 4 will still shoot up at the end at the finals, but this may possibly reseed someone from first to last place. So if you look there, the first seeded archer is 587, and the person with 529 could possibly catch that person and reseed themselves, and so on. You look at the youth male under 12 bracket, you're looking at the same situation here. The top 4 automatically advance from the qualification round, and now they're just shooting to see how the finals will reseed. Youth female 12 to 17. There's 8. There were enough archers to create an 8-person bracket there, and then you see those double asterisks here by 533. That means it was a tie, and how they broke that tie is they tie by the number of X's or the number of 11s they shot in the competition. So both Cheyenne and Mackenzie shot a 533. They both shot the same score, but it looks like by the way the seeding occurred, it looks like Cheyenne shot a few more X's than Mackenzie, so it seeded her above that. So as you see here, 1 shoots against 8, 4 against 5, 3 against 6, 2 against 7. And then the youth male. And we will update these scores live after this end. So we'll go through these scores each time they shoot an end, and we will make sure that we keep up live on the action with you. If you're watching at this point, like and subscribe if you want to see this more of this action, these youth shooting against each other. They're feeling the pressure. It's really good, healthy sport to get into. You're looking at the youth 12 to 17 right now. So those top 24 youth in all those divisions are shooting at this time. So you see some single spots and some three spots out there. If they're shooting a single spot, whatever they shot during the qualification round, they shoot during the brackets and then during the finals. So they can't change the target and choose to shoot something else. If they're shooting a three spot, they have to be scored in the order that they were shot. If they're shooting a single spot, they have to be scored in lowest to highest. So that way there's no guesswork on which arrow you shot first when they're really tight and close to each other. So we always score them if you're shooting a single spot from lowest to highest on score paper. So that helps break ties as well. So there's a slight disadvantage to shooting a single spot, but an advantage on aiming. So this is the first scoring end. As soon as these ends are input, we're going to get those updated and we'll go through the brackets again and show you what's going on. Again, this is going to be 3 ends for score. We'll stay alive. It'll take us about 10 minutes to set up for the finals, and then we'll head straight into the finals with these same archers. Tomorrow morning, we'll do the same thing for the adults classes, so we'll be able to get everything set up and run the brackets down. A large division like the men's barebow, there's going to be a 16-man bracket for that, and that'll narrow itself down to 4. So there were 36 competitors in it, and by the rules, they met the requirement, needed to have a 16-man bracket, and so that will work down and eliminate down to 4. And at the end of the day tomorrow, the top 4 archers will be on the podium shooting up for 1st through 4th place. We have this weekend, with the total participants and everything combined, we have over $20,000 cash and prizes given away. So we're really proud of that accomplishment, and it's all because of the archers that have shown up and participated and supported this shoot. So it looks like there's a close call down there on one of the Gupta's targets. They're double checking what that score was. And at this point, the archers can go down there, but the official scores kept by the archery world staff that is helping run the shoot. The youth are standing right behind them, so if there's a second call or anything that's needed, or there's someone that questions a call, they will get a second and then a final judge. It's good to see these youth handle these nerves at this early stage in life, learn to control that a little bit more. We love seeing that. And archery is unique to that. You have to take all this adrenaline and you have to suppress it. Any kind of shooting sport or accuracy sport is classic too. You have to suppress that adrenaline and learn to harness it and control it so that you can aim and that you can process what you're doing and keep those fundamentals. All right, they're starting their second in. The scores are being input right now from the paper to the computer so that we can get you those scores as soon as they break free. We appreciate those parents that brought all their youth down here to the shoot. It's really cool to see them support them, just like gymnastics or any other sport. It takes a lot of effort to get them around and get them down here. So it's a weekend trip, you know. As the shoot gets bigger, we're going to grow out of this venue next year, so we'll try to have another venue so that we can continue to grow the shoot. Update on me. You might check the website to see if it's up, and I've just got the wrong form or something.
Is it going to know if it's able to bet on archery? It is?
Oh, never mind. I didn't say anything about that at all.
World Archery.
Did you get the evil eye from Joe?
No, hate them.
World Archery has a betting has a booking sponsor, a bookie sponsor.
What?
Yeah, they have betting now.
So you can bet on archery through. Wow, that's crazy.
You seem to get intrigued on the discussion. See, you're like, always listening on this video.
I don't see the online scores updating, so we're not going to slow down the competition for that. They're still getting taken care of, so it could just be it's got to travel all the way up to the cloud and back, guys. So sorry about not being able to produce that for you and show that to you. The qualification rounds are on archeryworld.net, and there's a lot of information about this shoot as well. So feel free to take a look at that. Their Instagram is Archery World Pro Shop. So same thing for Facebook as well. So give them a like and follow and a thumbs up. Leave some positive comments to help them grow this shoot. And this stage is going to happen so fast because it's 3 ends anyway. By the time it gets all the way back from the cloud, it could be over, but we'll know who's who, and we'll get everything set up for the finals, and then we'll be able to watch those finals as well. So it's either way, whether it's you can see it, those scores live or not. The cool thing is just watching these archers shoot.
stuff. All right.
Here we go. All right, that is the end of our scoring in. Let's put our hands together.
Congratulations.
All right. So there's a technical malfunction on the scoring for the electronic side. They've got it on paper, so they're going to get that updated, and you're going to see those brackets, and we're going to see who moves forward. So what we'll do is we'll just keep the streams rolling. We're going to readjust after we score this last in. We're going to readjust the whole entire range so that we can highlight these archers. We're going to put them up on podiums. We're going to introduce new targets to them that have a 12 ring just like Lancaster, and they'll be able to call that if they'd like. We'll go over the rules with them on that, and then we'll shoot the shoot-ups for those archers as well. So we'll keep refreshing that app on the archeryworld.net page. That's going to update those scores, and we'll update those live as well as soon as we see those enter. Like I said, the brackets go pretty quick at 2 ends for practice and 3 scoring ends. That cuts the field in half really, really fast. And those larger divisions get cut in half and then cut in half again. So it's a pretty cool little thing. It gives you one more chance to reseed yourself to keep that qualification score and add to your bracket, and then keep that total ag moving into the seeding for that shoot-up format. This is the same thing that Lancaster does, so we mimic them because they do obviously that largest style shoot like this, and we wanted this on the West Coast so that we can prepare archers that to head to those shoots so that they understand what they're going to be dealing with in pressure and in the spirit of competition. So we formatted ours very, very similar to theirs. Another close call there. So if you're just watching, you're not allowed to touch an arrow. You can't change the position that it sits in. You can look at it from all the different angles with all the different lighting, magnifying glass if you need it, whatever you need, but you're not allowed to touch it. And all the arrow shaft has to do is touch the line. And if the line is folded in, or it's been deformed, or it's been shot out, and you can't tell, you have to recreate that line with the imagination of completing the circle that it would be at, and if that arrow would have touched it, you get that score as well. It doesn't have to break through the color of the line at all, it just has to touch it. All right. They're going to start rearranging the shop right now and getting set up for the finals, for the shoot-ups. If you stick with us, you'll get to watch them set up the range real quick. It shouldn't take very long, and you'll watch these scores update as well. All right, looks like the scores are starting to come through now. So this is going to be, I'm going to give them to you as they come through. So we're looking at the youth male under 12. No one was going to be eliminated in this, but what we're seeing is if there was a reseeding. So it adds to their total ag, and it will reseed them for the finals so that if there was a change, then it'll keep them in first through fourth. And again, how the shoot-up works is number 4 seeded will shoot against number 3 to try to win that spot. So now that they're seeded, there's no continuing of the ag. It's just a one-on-one match at this point. So the ag got them there. That total score seeded them 1 through 4th, and now number 4 shoots against number 3. Number 3 shoots against 2, or the winner shoots against number 2, and the winner of that shoots against the first seeded person. So if you're in 4th place, technically you could shoot yourself all the way up to the top. So that's what your youth male under 12 bracket is going to look like. They're inputting the others right now. So we have to transcribe these over from the paper to the app, and it looks like the scores are starting to come in right now for the youth female under 12 bracket. So you're watching that happen live right now. Now, we know they're going to all move forward also. We're just looking for the reseeding. All right, that looks like that's going to finish the youth female under 12 brackets. We'll keep up. I'm not sure if it's going to be the youth female first or the youth male, but we'll go to those. This one's going to be, this will eliminate 4 archers on this because there were 8 in this bracket for the female, 12 to 17, and the same thing for the male. There will be 4 people eliminated because of this. Appreciate everybody tuning in and watching. Like I said, drop a like for us, subscribe to Archery Northwest. We go around the entire Northwest as much as we can get to and film in shops and clubs all around the area so that you can see what's happening in that area. You can become a part of that. You can go into your local pro shop and ask them about the sport if you've never experienced it. And if you have and you're an enthusiast, then check out those local shops. Definitely support those small mom and pop brick and mortar shops. Just toggling back and forth here to see if there needs to be an update. Looks like they're just waiting on those scores to come in. In the meantime, while we're waiting on those to start getting tabulated, let's take a minute to thank our sponsors. That's just the bow manufacturers. There's a lot of accessory companies too that help sponsor us by donating product, donating credit to Archery World so that they can help get some of the supplies that they need and that they can grow this sport. It's an awesome deal, so we really appreciate that support and help that they've given us. All right, looks like the youth male now is starting to get updated, so we're going to see that, and then it'll look like the youth female 12 to 17 will finish out. So let's see how this goes. It's going to show who moves forward here. So first against eighth. Right now, obviously, it truncates, so it shows over to the side that Dane advances on, but they've not put any scores in for arrive. So we're going to see if that holds. And here we go. So that does move Dane on. So Dane had a solid score there. So 99 is a possible. So he only dropped 8 points on that. So that was a solid game for Dane. He was seated first. Makes sense that he's shooting that way. He had a 630 for his qualification score. So Cody Stidham, he shoots out of Nampa, Idaho. I shoot with him quite a bit. He had a solid score, too, of a 611, sitting in second place. We'll see how he fares up, too, for that second place. All right, so Caleb shot an 84. To an 86, a 2 point. So Hudson's going to move on. So those two were close. That's the closest that you'll get is fourth shooting against fifth. So they were right behind each other with a 530 and a 558 in the qualifying scores. Hudson was able to prevail by 2 points to move on to the brackets there. So between Kai and Martin. It looks like Kai's going to keep that spot by 2 points as well. Kai was seeded third overall with the 597, and he just added to his score 86 more points. Oh yeah, Cody shot a 92 on this, so that may be the best bracket score there is. So that's solid too. So he only dropped 8 points. And then Theo, 64, so Cody will move on again. So you're looking at your top 4 competitors for the youth male 12 to 17. You've got Dane, Cody, Kai, and Hudson. So we'll see the seeding. I'll go to the bracket match in just a minute, and we'll take a look at it. So let me see if I can, I'm sorry, the finals match. So give me just a second to get that for you. So now what you're looking at, we just toggled over, and what you're seeing right now is you're seeing, let me see if I can make this just a little bit bigger so it makes a little more sense. All right. So now all those, if the person won their bracket match, they added to their total score, the qualification score, the bracket score, and now it shows where they're seeding. So you look at the number 1 to number 4 seeding. That doesn't mean number 4 can't work their way all the way up. So now it's single elimination. So number 4 shoots against number 3. The winner will shoot against number 2. The winner will shoot against number 1. So the scores won't matter at this point except for the 3 ends that they'll shoot. They'll get 2 practice ends. And while the 2 archers that stepped on the podium first, number 4 and number 3 are shooting, what will happen is the other 2 archers will be off to the side warming up and practicing. So every time they come up to the podium, that they'll be ready to go. Okay, let's look at the youth male. Youth male, that is the seating for that. That's pretty tight there. So again, the scores won't matter that seeded them to get them here, but because they're here. But that means between Emmett and Oscar, you know, 629 to 630. After that many arrows, that's only a 1-point game. So that, so obviously Oscar's got to beat Cody first, or Cody can win and then shoot against Emmett. But the winner of that match will get to shoot against that number 2 spot. All right. They're still inputting the youth female and male 12 to 17. So while they're getting the range set up and they're inputting that, take a minute to see if I can show you how they got here. Well, let's go over some of the bracket rules first. So how this happened, this is some of the bracket rules right now. That's what got them here. They had the qualification round. There's no provision for equipment failure or physical failure during the bracket rules or during the shoot-up rules. So here's your shoot-up rules right here. Same rule. There's no provision for equipment failure. So if an archer knocks an arrow and the knock breaks, or it was cracked, or it has a problem, they have to solve that problem on their own. Now, that doesn't mean they can't step off the line and get help solving it, but the clock doesn't stop, so they're under pressure.
The second one down, fourth.
So we are almost finished getting all set up here, so if you guys would just bear with us for a moment, we'll be right back to start the shoot-ups for the youth divisions.
All right, here we are. So I want to, just joining me in the booth is Bill Drake. Won Vegas in what year?
2 years ago.
2 years ago. He took home the championship in one of the hardest shoots in the entire world. So this is an elite shoot that you won in the Senior Men's Open Championship.
Yep.
And it was a field of how many down to how many?
Oh, I don't know the total field. You mean in just senior class?
Yeah, it had to be
120, something like that, yeah.
And these are the best shooters on the planet. So
Yep.
they all show up to this shoot in Las Vegas. It's called the World Archery Festival. We all call it the Vegas shoot. And so he's familiar with these type of formats. Lancaster is the format we follow here. You know, you've shot this several times with us, so we've made you feel the pressure and everything. He hates being on the mic, but but I've convinced him somehow to be here. So because he knows what these youth are going through and what they feel. So when we start the shoot ups here, we just eliminated down. So the under 12 divisions, the boys and the girls, they didn't have enough to make an 8-man bracket, so they only had a 4-man. So they were just shooting to keep seeding for the finals. So now you see the seeding for that, for the youth female under 12. We've got which we'll shoot first. And then we're going to shoot the youth male second. That's the seeding for them. And look at that, second and third place. Now, the scores won't matter at this point. The scores are wiped out. It's just to put them in the ranking order that they need to shoot, so we know who shoots against who. Youth female, looks like they're in now, so they've got those seated down to the top 4. We'll do those third in line. They're going over some of the rules and some of the etiquette for the finals, because the rules changed just a little bit, because now they're going to be on a shot clock. A little bit different than a normal 2-minute clock, right? You know what that's like as well, right? So it's a 30-second clock per shot. So
30 seconds, you know, it sounds like a lot, but can slip away from you if you let it. Yeah.
And you're going to be able to have somebody in your coach's box too. So the cool thing about that, and you've had this too, is you'll have, you know, a friend, a coach, somebody that's got your back, so that you're going to be watching, you're going to be focusing on shooting. If you have to let down, your time's going to start to run out. So you're going to have somebody counting down from you from a certain period of time. Usually it's from about 10 seconds or about 5 seconds down, so that you know you got to get that shot off or you're going to get a zero.
And just having somebody behind you, you know, just makes you a little bit more comfortable, helps you deal with the nerves, and just somebody to communicate with that you're familiar with.
Yep. Well, and then since there's a lot of youth and parents are just now getting their kids into the sport, you know, there's a lot of young parents that have youth. So what I'm noticing is they're understanding how the coach box works right now. So I look at them going, hey, who's going to stand in the box? You know, so they're trying to figure it out for, is it mom or is it dad or is it coach or friend? Because they have a lot of coaches here from Next Step Archery up in north of Seattle. From the Knock Point. They bring a lot of youth down to the shoots. And then Stephanie Rustad, she runs a program as well up at her club, and she brings 20-something youth down here, and so we've narrowed down to here. So there were, I've not counted them up, but there were 40 or 50 youth that started this, so that's impressive.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
It's nice to see these kids coming in and getting this experience. You know, definitely gives them the full understanding of competition. And,
So we're going to focus right now on the youth female for their brackets. They're going over those details. Just to give you a quick overview, because those that haven't got pulled up the archeryworld.net to see the brackets and how they fell out, the youth female that you may not have seen yet, this is the ranking for that. And youth male, that's the ranking for that. And again, those scores just got them there. That's their total ag, making it through the qualification round and the brackets to seed them up for this. Now, it should lay out pretty clean for you. Hopefully you'll see this. And as these scores come in, it was an input issue during the bracket, so it should be cleared up now. And each end they shoot, you're going to see these populate live. So what's happening right now is this year we introduced a 12 ring, and this 12 ring, you'll see, we'll get a picture of it in a minute when we're looking at the targets, is in the middle of the 7 and 8 line, and it's 1 centimeter. That's small. That's smaller than a dime.
Oh boy, yeah.
And so, and you can shoot at that, but you have to call it first. So you can shoot at it one end at a time. So each of these 3 ends, let me kind of highlight these for you. And if they want to call it on each of their ends, they have a chance to shoot at that 12 ring 3 times during this match. So a strategy has to be played out, because if you miss, you're getting an 8 or a 7.
Yeah, that was something that having somebody keep track of the score, even on the close ones, to know if you got to go for it or not, that's part of the game.
And sometimes it's lessons learned. In the first year that Lancaster introduced it, there was a lot of people that had done something different if they would have thought through it a little bit different. So I saw that strategy and that mindset change from year 1 to year 2, immediately on who was the most aggressive and what they were going to do. If they were behind, you got people that are shooting at that 12 ring, knowing they can hit it and getting an extra point per end if they could. But there's puts pressure on the person that was in the lead. So if you shoot at it and you hit it, the person next to you can shoot at it and hit it too, but it could cost him dearly.
That's right. The year I won Lancaster, it was that way. Is a couple of the competitors lost track of the count, thought they had to go for it, didn't have to, and shot an 8. And so having somebody keep up on that score to let you know when you need it
Yeah.
is a big help. I believe also if they call it, but decide just to shoot for a 10 or 11, right? That's still a valid score at that point too.
Yeah, so, essentially what he's saying, wherever that arrow lands is what you're going to get, but you have to call the 12 to get a 12.
Yep.
But if you accidentally shoot a 10 trying to shoot the 12, you get the 10. If you shoot an 11 trying to shoot the 12, you get the 11. And that could play out better for barebow that might be shooting at 20 yards trying to shoot a low 9 and could possibly shoot that, because barebow has a lot more leeway for a miss and come back because those scores dramatically can change,
Absolutely.
And compound, not as much. Not at least in your divisions. But these shoot, I'm so excited to see them here on the shoot up. It's nerves they've never I want to see, I wish I was a little closer so I can see how they're loading their arrow and what they're doing, because they're going to have someone coming up just like in Lancaster, asking them about their equipment, asking them why they're shooting the sport.
That's right.
So we're going to get to watch that here too. So that'll be really fun.
Yeah, it'd be interesting to see how many are prepared with that question. Just that simple question.
Yeah, you can talk about it with your friend all day long, but when you know that, it's you got to talk about it in front of everybody
You
else,
got a
and we'll
mic
see
stuck
how.
in your face. Yeah.
And the way to win is to beat the person you're shooting next to. That's how you move up. Okay, and it's not.
So that's Tim Davis. Excellent shot. He shoots bow hunter freestyle. Always been a great help to us. He's run the time clock all weekend. He's shooting in this event too, so we only gave him a break on the time that he was shooting. So his break was to get to shoot. So.
Yeah, this is really good. I remember when you first did this. This helped me going back to Lancaster. It just gives you a comfortable feel, something you're familiar with,
Right. Well, and I remember asking you after that, because I remember when, that first time that we were putting the mic all in your face and the camera all moving around and everything, because it's the same way I felt when it happened to me. I, not as a shooter, but as the person trying to grow that and expose people to it that don't necessarily get to come into it. And, I remember after that, I asked you if it helped you at all, and you pointed out that it did, so I felt less bad for, getting in your head. I mean, we're trying to purposely get in your head, but it's the pressures you're going to feel at these big shoots, and that's why we do it.
It is, and you're shooting, you're under pressure, and then to have somebody ask you a question, it's kind of a simple question, but it can throw you, and sometimes it's a good distraction,
Right.
to kind of get you kind of out of your head a little bit.
Well, and that's that coach too, right? So that coach can come up and give you a sip of water. He can just bring you back down. He can talk about, at that point, maybe they're talking about shot process. Maybe they're just talking about how to feel. Maybe they're just talking about what you're going to do tomorrow.
Or strategy, what they want to do.
Don't go for it yet. Go for it next in. And he's getting you. You're already a competitor, so he's getting you in the competitive mind frame. A good coach is going to kind of hype you up to be able to do that. Now, there's something different with these, accuracy sports. You have to take that adrenaline and suppress it.
Yes,
So now you have to do that under a lot of stress.
Yep.
And we want to recreate that stress here, because when you go to some of these shoots that cost quite a bit more money to get to and quite a bit more money to enter, we want you to be competitive, and we want the archers in the Northwest to be able to show that we represent. So
Yeah, you don't get it anywhere else but here.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
All right, so I think they're finalizing what they're gonna do here. They're explaining everything to them. They'll get, once the number 4th and 3rd archer step up on the line, up onto that stage, you see that little red button, that's their makeshift 12 ring button. So they step on that button or hit it with their stabilizer, and then that button lights up, and then they call that means they're gonna shoot at a 12 for that next arrow.
Makes you wonder if they've practiced. I haven't broke that target out until a week ago, so it's definitely something you need to practice, because it's not normal to be aiming, throw down in the red at that thing.
No,
it takes a little bit.
I'd imagine. And obviously with the yellow having 3 scoring rings in it, it's a big spot to aim at. That's going to come into play, whereas your pin size or any aperture that you're using may make that near impossible to aim at if you've not practiced it, because you don't know how much it's going to cover.
Well, that was the year I was in Lancaster. I was running a bigger dot, and I was covering the red and the blue. It was so big that I couldn't see it, so I never even tried. I was never planning to shoot for it because I
Right.
couldn't see it.
Yeah. And now did that, so you're telling me that strategy changed from that first year to the second?
Well, this last year where watching those guys back there shoot that, it is a strategy. You need to hit it.
Yeah,
for
so
sure.
you got to have to. It's kind of like shooting 14s at ASA. So if you have a pin that's just big enough to cover a whole kill ring and a 3D animal, and then you make it to the finals and those final 5, and then you got to shoot at a 14, and you got a big old dot, you're not going to be able to see where the 14 is. So you have to have a pin that can do that.
Yeah, or a small dot. I've got one. My dot is about the size of a 10 ring, so it completely covers it if I'm holding steady enough, and I just got to center it on the red at the bottom of the target. You know, it works pretty good, but I will be going back and trying a smaller dot just to make sure I can see that thing.
It's going to be a 1 arrow shoot.
That's what I end up doing the same thing when I shoot nationals or, for the animal round. The first year I ever shot that, I had way too big of a dot for the animal round. It was great for the field and for the hunter round, but the animal round has the little dots that you want to aim at, and the dot size I had used that year was definitely no advantage. It was a disadvantage for that, so I learned to adapt for that. Some people will just change it for the animal round.
Yeah.
But depending on the format, sometimes you shoot the hunter round and the animal round on the same day, so you can't just change it out on the fly because you're going straight into the next target. So, you know, knowing what you're supposed to be aiming at and how you're supposed to be aiming at is key.
Yeah.
And when Lancaster introduced that, it was a way to keep somebody in the game, make it more exciting, make more pressure too. So obviously they make that target, so we just follow suit with starting to get them in. So, you know, Bodie can practice on them, and all the guys and gals in the championship, I know they like practicing on them too. And just having it there, even if you're just shooting a normal game, having it there and always seeing it gets you used to it, so you're not intimidated by it as much.
What I did is took one of those targets and just shot a Vegas end, only aiming at the 12 ring just to get comfortable.
Oh yeah, that's what you have to do. So that's a good, smart play, you know, good, smart practice principles, and you're hearing it from somebody that knows how to win. All right, so they're getting ready. So there's a lane choice too, so let's explain how that works. So the top seeded archer is going to get to choose right or left. We are ready. We're just confirming with the scorekeeper that we're ready. As we got caught up on all the scores and brackets to begin with, it gave them everything that they needed.
And I'm going to turn the mic over to Dave.
And Dave's going to ask the questions. Tim's going to run the line. We're going to get a chance to see how these young women shoot and how they're
already taking a deep breath.
I see it. Well, and I talked to one of the parents too, and they're all like, "Don't talk to me right now." And I was like, "That's why their coach is here."
This is really good.
So they got some. It looks like they got a couple of people in the box there.
Youth female under 12 is going to be Xiao Yu. She's our 4th qualifier, and she's going to go up against Rohi, and she's our 3rd qualifier. And for the youth female under 12,
We're going to pay 2 places this year. First place is going to get a belt buckle and a gift card for $75. And then second place is going to get a gift card for $40. So young ladies are shooting for, all right? Are both of you ready? Ready to go? Yeah, you guys are going to have practice first, okay? But you guys are ready? Okay, so step up on the podium. 2 practice ends. The higher seed is going to be Xiao Yu. Or excuse me, Arohi. Closest to you. Yep. I think so. Maybe we didn't do that, but yeah, that's all right. I think 10 minutes. Yeah. So you want to shoot first or second? First, okay. Yeah. She wants to shoot first. Yep, she wants to shoot first. Yep.
All right. I'm not sure who chose to shoot first, if it was Xiao Yu or Rohi. And so
Good
a
solid
Rohi,
start there.
yeah, that's a Rohi on the right side now. On the left side of our screen, right target.
Okay.
And Xiao Yu in the double ponytails. Timer had a glitch, so usually as soon as one archer shoots, the timer will click over and they'll have 30 seconds. So you see that shot clock is going to get reset, it looks like, and Xiao Yu will get to get her shot. But yeah, that's a solid 10 there.
That's a heck of a start.
Yeah. All right, so they get a 10-second start clock, it looks like, so how he started it. There you go. So Xiao Yu. All right, it looks like it's landed in a 6 ring. All right, now it's switched back. So this is that shot clock. It just had a little technical glitch, so we could work through that. So as soon as that archer shoots, the time clock starts for the next archer. All right, that's an 8, I believe.
Looks like it, yep. So far, they're doing pretty good.
Oh, yeah?
That's a
So-
9 there.
Yep, so Xiao Yu picked up a few more points, so that's going to make it pretty tight to look
Yeah.
at. So,
Might be even.
oh, it stacked it right on top of it, so she got another 10 for a Rohi, so that's pretty cool. That's,
That might be touching 8. That's close.
yeah, 6, 7 right there. It's going to be close. There's a slight shadow from our perspective, but that's cool. And you know what's really cool is seeing all these adults and parents that are hung out to watch this. You know, last year when we did it, we knew that we needed to make it bigger for the youth, and so we decided to hold the youth on one of our normal line times where we can hold 50 archers, and we're like, no, the youth deserve to be able to have that spotlight, feel that pressure at a young age, and learn to deal with that. And that's really, I think, what's going to make a difference in the sport in the Northwest. So
Yeah, they'll go away from this thinking about this and learning from it, and they'll go back to their leagues, and their leagues aren't going to feel the same.
no, they're going to
When
feel like practice now.
they are
And
gonna
it
feel like
may have used to feel like the big thing, right? Now it's going to feel like, oh man, I can't believe I used to worry about league so much, right?
Exactly. That's the way everybody I talk to, and that's the way I feel when I get back. It's a little less stressful.
I don't know if I know a Rohi, I know that's her dad because I spoke with him earlier, and she was pretty nervous going into this, for the brackets. I hadn't talked to him since she made it through the brackets. And she, just so you know, they are both shooting Olympic recurve, but they're shooting against compound shooters as well, because there's not a split division between the youth, because there wasn't enough to have multiple divisions inside of that under 12 division. So everyone under 12 female, they're shooting against. So that's what her dad had talked to me about. It's like, how's that work? Because the compound shows you don't really stand a chance. I go, I don't think you're correct. She stands a chance to get to the podium to reseed and shoot too, because we've seen that happen, especially at that age and the equipment they're shooting. Matter of fact, we
Wow.
had,
Good shot.
yeah. And her seating alone is going to help, And the next competitor may be shooting a compound bow. Those are all three
There we
solid.
go. Yeah,
It
good
looks
solid.
like all 9s, doesn't it?
Yes.
All right.
That's 2.
while they're pulling your practice arrows. So are you still a little nervous? No? Looks like you're having fun.
Well, I like archery, so yeah, I'm having fun. Yeah, I'm really nervous.
Okay, we'll start with the easy question first. How long have you been doing archery?
I don't know, like 5 months.
Wow, very impressive shooting for 5 months. Okay. And do you know what kind of bow you have and what kind of arrows you're shooting?
Recurve, and I don't know.
Okay, looks like we're about ready to start scoring. Okay, so we got arrows back here. All right, so you ladies ready? Okay.
Okay, so this is going to be the first in for score. So hopefully they got a little bit of the jitters out,
Yeah.
and they're going to be able to focus.
Sometimes this is the most nervous because you know it's for score too. So
All of a sudden, things start shaking more. The bow weighs a ton more.
yeah.
And if you make a mistake shooting fingers, it's just that much more dramatic, you know. There's 3 releases on the string, and they never do the same thing twice, you know.
Have their own mind sometimes. All right,
So she's just following up. So
she's just
she's
staying-
consistent.
Yep. Looks like we got a 6 there, or a 7. Wow. That looks like that might be a 10 there. Being nervous, she's handling them pretty good.
Yeah. And I'm not sure if we'll see many 12 rings, you know, shot at during this. I think maybe just aiming at the yellow and better right now is probably, if you're feeling really nervy, maybe just shooting at the dot is good enough, you know. Now the archers won't go down range. Our officials will go down range and score that for them. They stay on the platform. They have arrow caddies, so they're going to get their arrows pulled and given back to them.
All right, now that we get our first scoring in, I'll come speak to you, shall you? How long have you been
Doing archery.
Like about 1 year and a half.
Wow, that's fantastic. Okay, do you know what kind of bow and what kind of arrows you're shooting?
I shoot recurve and carbon arrows.
Okay, very good. Is this your first tournament, or have you shot for tournaments before?
I think like it's my first one.
Yeah. Yeah, this is your first tournament you've ever shot? Well, fantastic. You made the shoot down, so that's quite an accomplishment for your first tournament. Yeah. Are you nervous?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's quite the new experience to be standing up on this stage in front of all your friends and family, right? And everybody cheering you on?
I guess.
Okay, so down there we've got a score. Looks like Xiao Yu's got an 18, and Arohi has got a 28. So she's got a lead early, but there's still lots of shooting left.
All right, here we go. Second in for score. So Rohi leads Xiao Yu 28-18. Just off that 9 line, so it looks like it's mid-ring 8. Oh,
There
yeah,
we go.
yeah, that's centered there. Nice 10. So in Olympic recurve, a couple of things about it is you're not allowed to use a peep. So, and you'll typically see the archer anchor way under their chin, and the nose is touching. Oh no, another 9. Well, that's good, and not a oh no, but she shot another 9, so she's shooting a really good group. You can use a kisser, but you can't use a peep, so that's hard because you have to look beside the string. You can use a front sight as well. You can't use any bubble to make sure you're holding the bow level, and when you're shooting a bow that long, that's hard to, if you can't bow, the arrow will drift further, you know, when you're shooting a recurve. So you'll see some of the other Olympic archers over the course of the tournament shooting big V-bars in the back, and they shoot like exaggerated amounts of weight and V-bars on there to balance the bow out so that it naturally wants to find level to the earth.
Yeah.
Told me about archery and made me start, so yeah.
Fantastic. Yeah, parents are very good at that. Got a quick question for you. Are you thinking maybe you might shoot a 12? You thinking about a 12 maybe?
No, I don't want to take any risks.
Oh, very good. So you're happy with your lead, and you're just going to try and hold on to that lead, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Okay. All right, they're tallying up the score right now. Let me go over and talk to Xiao Yu. Xiao Yu, if you need to make up some points, are you thinking maybe you might shoot a 12?
No.
No? Okay. How about for you? Who do you have in the coach's box for you?
One of my coaches that teach me usually.
Yeah, that's your coach that teaches you? Yeah. Where do you shoot out of? What club? Do you know what club you shoot for, or what archery shop you shoot for out of?
Next step.
Next Step Archery? Yeah, fantastic. All right, looks like they're tallying them up. Let's see what the score is after 2 ends. Arohi's all smiles over there. All right. You guys are friends?
I mean,
Kind of friends?
since like 1:30, I guess.
Oh, nice. So it looks like Arohi's got a 53 and Xiao Yu's got a 42. So 11-point difference right now with 1 end to go.
Taking that deep breath, yeah.
Yeah.
Getting calm.
So she picked up, looks like Arohi picked up 1 more point on that end. So her first end put her in a pretty solid lead. But Xiao Yu was able to keep that to a minimum on the second end. So we'll see if that's nerves or it's just, it's so good, regardless of what it is. They're there, they're shooting against each other, they're standing on the top of that podium. They're not interested in that 12 ring.
No, not at all.
We're talking about it, and I think we'll see it a few times tomorrow. I don't know how many on the youth that we would see. All right, this is going to be that final arrow. So unofficially, it looks like Arohi's going to move on.
Good strong round for her.
And I'm not sure if Adelaide is going to is shooting a compound bow or what equipment she's using.
Any more
I've been
indoor
behind
tournaments this year?
in the
Do you have
sound booth a lot of the
any
time
other
this
shoots you're
weekend,
going
so
to that
I'm
you
not
know
being
of?
able to see.
No idea.
No idea. Is that up to Dad? Dad finds the shoots for you?
Yeah, I'm kind of lazy.
Okay. Do you shoot out of a club, or do you just shoot at home, or come to the archery shop? Where do you shoot from?
Well, I have a target in my backyard. Wait, Papa, where do I shoot? Okay, yeah, in my backyard.
Okay, so you're not part of a club, and your dad is the one that coaches you?
Next Step Archery.
Oh, you're part of Next Step Archery too? Oh, fantastic. All right, they're tallying up the score. Are you getting a little less nervous?
Not really.
Same?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see what the score is here. It looks like Arohi has a 78 and Xiao Yu with a 62. So Arohi's going to move on and face our number 2 qualifier, which is Adelaide. All right, so Xiao Yu, fantastic job. Did you have a good time?
Yeah.
Did you enjoy shooting up here? Nervous, but it was all good, right?
Yeah, pretty good.
Pretty good. Do you have any plans for shooting any more tournaments this year, this indoor season?
I don't really know about it.
Yeah. You don't know, just going to listen to what Coach tells you?
I guess so.
Okay, well, fantastic job. If you want to step down, and then we'll get Adelaide up here.
All right. So Adelaide is going to come up, and now watch what's going to happen here. It looks like Rohi is going to shift over because Adelaide is going to bump her spot. So since she was seated above Rohi, Adelaide comes up and gets to choose what position she wants to shoot from, and she gets to choose if she's going to shoot first or second. So she chose to shoot. And she's a lefty, and she's shooting a compound. So here's the deal. Left-handed people are used to shooting in front of right-handed people all the time.
Yep.
But a lot of right-handed people are not used to it.
You don't run into it very often.
No, so now she's going face-to-face, and that may help with her nerves are going to be used to that. Whereas Arohi, we're not sure how many times she has to face someone that she's shooting against. So that could get in her mind a little bit. Now, that's Stephanie, her coach. She's at let her fly archery. So she shoots, she coaches, she brings 15, 20 kids to the shoot. So it's really awesome. So she's walking her through the process.
Yeah, so all you need to do is look at Tim and give him a nod, and then he'll start the clock.
All right. So it looks like Adelaide chose to shoot first. And see how you can have your arrow knocked and ready. You just can't shoot until it's your turn and the light turns green.
You know, Rohi saying she was nervous, but going into the second round, you do have a little bit more calm.
Yeah.
Ooh, it's a good start there.
Yeah. Yeah, she's shooting consistent 9s
Very
and 10s. I mean, she's let a couple go outside of that, but she's pretty consistent with that recurve.
Yeah, for only shooting, what'd you say, 5 months?
Yeah, something like that. And so now she's at a slight disadvantage right now because she's shooting against a compound shooter, and obviously a compound shooter's got let off, you got a mechanical release, you have the different style sight, so the advantage for sure goes to Adelaide. However, that being said, we have seen many upsets when you're ranked up divisions. And now, here's the cool thing about this shoot that I don't know if you know or not. So, there's prizes for first and second for the youth. So we have gift cards that we're going to pass out for the youth. And what we would end up doing is if Arohi makes it to be in the top first or second spot, then we would add 10% to whatever that gift certificate was, because there wasn't a true division for her, and she had to shoot against a harder competition. And it's the same way throughout, like the championship flight, for instance. You're a senior male. You didn't have a category specific for championship senior male, so you would get 10% if you make the podium, 10% above the first. So would the girls, the guys viewers. So there wasn't a division specifically for him, or for them rather, so they would be able to put another 10% on.
I have a mission. Braddock. And my arrows are, I think, Storm.
Very nice. Okay, it looks like early we have a very tight match. Adelaide has a 31 and Arohi has a 28. So very tight match early on. All right, whenever you're ready, Adelaide, just turn and give Tim a head nod.
All right, so there's no more practice ends. As you see, it's 31 to 28. It's pretty tight there, so it could be anybody's. They are practicing off to the side, so all the practice ends come off of the scene, and then they walk up already with their warm-up ends done. That's the 9-10 liner on that last arrow. Oh, that is a great group.
Nice little group there. Couple
Most-
9s and an 8.
Yeah, and most likely, I'm only speculating here, but shooting Olympic recurve for a couple of years just to kind of understand it a little bit better and spring blur, it just takes a little bit of different face pressure or looking to this right or the left of the string just a little bit more. So if your string blur changes just a little bit, and bare bow shooters can tell you this too, you can shoot a great group in a different spot every time. And so that consistency is very hard to get without a peep.
I would imagine lighting also would play into that too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Really want a dog, but my little brother, my parents told me when he turns 4 or 5, then we can get one.
Oh, so how old is your little brother?
He's 3.
Oh, so maybe in a year or so? Yeah, you're gonna work Dad for a new dog, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. They're getting ready to roll over the scores. Let's see what we're at. All right, Adelaide has extended her lead a little bit, but still a very tight match, 60-54. All right, Adelaide, whenever you're ready, just turn and give Tim a nod.
So she's still choosing to shoot first. I think after each end, if you're the higher scorer, you can choose if you want to go second as well.
Yeah, I think you're right, but I'm not even going to guess, and we wrote the rules. So I left that to Tim. I was like, just make sure that you're following them and go. So we'll see if that changes or.
She's got a nice group there
Yeah.
on that.
And she's shooting really good. You know,
Yeah.
she's shooting. I mean, it shows how she's got such a good score from the qualifying and the brackets to begin with.
Yeah, she came in with a 6-12. Solid 10.
Oh yeah. Here's that group starting to form
Yep.
again. So hopefully she can put that one right in tight with that too.
Ooh, there's
Yeah.
good, strong finish.
Yeah. And so. Oh man,
Oh,
what a
wow.
good finish up there too. Yeah, that's great. Now, so it's showing you. So it's showing you she can do it. The cool thing is if she's shooting like that every end, she's as competitive any compound archer that's shooting in that division right now too. There's just when a mistake happens, shooting an Olympic recurve is just a little bit bigger mistake than when you're shooting a compound. But this is going to be a great lesson for her and a great opportunity.
And I see Coach Shannon back there smiling, beaming. You're shooting really well. So obviously, how long have you been doing this
With the club, and how long have you been shooting?
I've been shooting for about a year-ish, and then I've been in the club for about 4 to 5 months.
Wow, so you obviously are learning very quickly and shooting very well, so you must pay attention and get good coaching, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now the hard-hitting question for you. Do you have a pet?
Yes, I have 2 cats, and my brother has like 5 fish.
2 cats and 5 fish. They get along?
I guess so.
Yeah? Goldfish or special fish?
The neon tetras.
Oh, fancy ones, huh? Does the cat like to watch them swim?
Not really. They just lay on the couch.
Nice. All right, so our final score after 3 ends, Adelaide with a 92 and Arohi with an 82. So Adelaide is going to move on, and Arohi is going to finish in 3rd place. All right, one quick question. How was the tournament, and did you have fun?
I did have fun. The tournament was really fun.
All right, well, we hope to see you back next year for the same tournament, and fantastic job and continued success with archery, okay?
Yes, thank you.
All right. So Adelaide is going to move on, and our top qualifier is going to be Arna. Arna's going to be up. She's number 1 qualifier. And Arna, would you like to be on the left or the right?
Right.
Arna's going to be on the right. And would you like to shoot first or second?
First.
All right, so she's going to shoot first. Okay, go ahead. All right, Arna, all you got to do is look at Tim, and if you're ready, just give him a nod and he'll start the timer.
Okay, so now we got, looks like Little Hoyt Cobalt against Mission, both compound shooters. So Arna, looks like she chose right, so she bumped her so she didn't have to look at her face to face there. She starts out with a solid 10.
Got a 12 there, or 11.
Yep. And I'm going to, you stay here, Bill. I'm going to step out and I'm going to grab a Rohi so we can sit her down real quick and have her tell a little bit of how she feels.
So it looks like you put in a good, strong finish there. Tell us about your round.
All right, there's our first 10.
Did you have fun?
Well, it was really fun. I guess I was kind of scared because the girl I was competing against, she's really good. I think it was fun because I tried to make friends with everybody there because I just like having a lot of friends. It makes me feel more comfortable.
Well, you did a good job.
Thank
Congratulations.
you. Thank you.
A lot of arrows in the 10 and 11 ring, so obviously.
Quick learner and shoot very well.
Thank you.
All right, who's in your coach's box today?
Connor?
Connor. Is Connor a coach? Do you shoot out of a club?
Yeah, he's my coach, and I shoot at Next Step Archery.
All right, fantastic. So Coach Connor and Next Step Archery. All right, so looks like early lead 29-28 for Arna. Now, nobody in your class yet has hit the 12 button. Do you have any plans on hitting a 12 button?
No, I do not.
All right. Well, she's honest. All right, real quick, we need all the under 12 youth male to come over here and meet with Hunter. All right, so we're ready for our second N. Arna, when you're ready, just look at Tim and give him a nod. Hold on, we got to pause. We got guys down setting up some targets.
All right. So what they're doing right now, they're pulling the youth male under 12 over to the practice range because they have 2 ends left for score for the females. They're going to start warming the males up now. So when they step up on the podium, there won't be any more warm-ups. They're just going to go straight into scoring at that point because they'll have had their 2 practice ends. So that helps the competition move along, plus they're getting the practice they need to. And then what you'll notice anyway, it's like you were saying at Lancaster, it's the same thing because you're actually in Lancaster practicing in another room.
Yeah.
In this case, we're in the same room. It's just a divider that's separating the 2 groups of archers. So the lighting's not that much different, but in Lancaster it is.
Oh, yeah.
And Bodie can attest to that because the year he showed up there and he got 3rd, he was hitting just a little bit low, but he didn't know, and this is that 12 ring game, right? So he didn't know that everyone else had experienced the same thing before then. So, and it went unnoticed for a while. There was a lot of people in hindsight that recognized that they were shooting about a 1/4 inch low, and that could have cost you, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Super bright when you're out there shooting under the lights. Practice was quite a bit dim.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they had that well lit for the finals, you know, so that they can film it and do everything too. So we try to do the same thing, but our lighting happens to be the same here. Next year we don't know because we'll be somewhere else. So you may be practicing in another room.
And coming in fourth, I had the first, I had the benefit of shooting off and having some rounds under me as
Right.
the new guys come in, and had no idea where they were going to be hitting. So I did have a little bit of an advantage, I think.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, not the first person you shot against, but
everybody else.
when you moved on, everybody else. I mean, you knew what you were doing at that point, and you knew that that was a strong advantage right there.
And I was calm, and I was getting really calm too towards the end of it.
That's good. So it looks like Madeline has got a 10.99, and that one on Arna, it looks like it's a 9. One's close on that third arrow on the bottom right. Looks like it could be just out because she's shooting skinny arrows.
Oh, is she? Okay.
Can't tell.
You need to. Are you prepared to hit the 12?
Yes.
Yes. Oh, did you hear that, crowd? There's a chance that she may hit the 12. Okay.
So if you want to go for the 12, on your last arrow only, that's the only one I'm giving you permission on. Okay. Tap the button, and then you have to aim for it.
So Coach Stephanie's saying only on the last arrow, and then she's giving her instruction on how to hit the 12 button, just in case. Oh, we've got a tight match right here. Arna with the 57, Adelaide with the 56, going to the last 3 arrows. Okay, Arna, whenever you're ready, just give Tim a nod.
Okay.
This is what you want to see on the last end.
Absolutely. 1 point game, 12 is in play.
Yeah.
And so, Adelaide may absolutely hit that. And if she does it on last arrow, that could bring her back, right? So that's the strategy that her coach just advised her to do. Don't do it on the first. And you can only shoot at the 12 once each end.
Mm-hmm.
So you can't shoot out of every arrow, just once each time you go down and score.
It's like a good solid 10 there on that first one.
She matched it.
Yep.
So no change. Still 1 point back.
It's like a 9.
Ooh, 9-8 line. So if she sees that, she can see it clearer us, that it may take that 12 out of play if she can, capitalize on that and shoot a 10 right here. And she does. So that may have made a 2 point swing possibly.
Yeah.
Definitely swung 1. So she's either tied up or 1 point ahead at this point. So it may need to be, she may be being advised to hit the 12 ring. That's
There you
exactly
go.
what
That's
he's
exactly
saying.
right,
He's
yep.
saying you got to do it if you're going to win. So that's awesome. Oh, I can't tell. She went for it. That's awesome. Maybe just off to the left, but it was the right elevation. And if she didn't do it, I don't.
Oh, here we go.
Oh, is she going to hit it? No.
No.
Oh, it gave her a heart attack.
I saw her step for it.
She was grabbing her chest. Oh, she's nervous on this last arrow. Oh, she shoots a 9. Oh, man.
I saw her step for it. That was good. Excellent job.
All right, this is going to come down to a couple of line calls, but Arna, coach said to hit the 12 button, and you did. Do you think you got it?
No and yes.
No and yes. It's very close. Looks like it's right on that left edge. We'll see what the line call is. Are you happy with that? Happy with hitting the 12 and going for it?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. The crowd went, what, did you hear the crowd go wild when you hit that 12 button? Yeah. Yeah. Very nice. We'll see how it all comes out in the end. Got a couple of really close line calls. Both of you ladies shot really, really well. Very good show you put on for the crowd. So Adelaide, there was a little confusion there at the end whether you should hit the 12 or not hit the 12. Coach Stephanie said yes, then she said no. What were you thinking?
I was just gonna do what they told me to. So.
Yeah, just going to do what the coach says, huh?
Very coachable.
Do you think if you would have hit the 12, you could have hit it?
Yes.
All right, here we go. Your youth female under 12 champion with an 85 is going to be Adelaide. And your second place finisher is going to be Arna. Fantastic match, young ladies. Well done. All right, so that's it for the youth female under 12. Next up, we're going to have the youth male under 12. So give us a couple minutes to get set up. And then as soon as we finish the under 12 class, we'll do the awards as we get set up for the youth male and female, the 12 to 17-year-olds.
So we have Adelaide, winner. Congratulations.
Thank you.
So walk us through that last arrow. Looks like you were thinking of a lot of scenarios there.
I mean, it was just, I was very nervous, and I just went for it, and it was what it was.
Did you have fun?
Yes, it was a lot of fun.
Good. Were you nervous?
Yes.
Yeah. Well, you see your scores here. You did a great job. Good shooting. Congratulations. You gonna come back?
Yes.
Nice. All right. Is this the first time you've shot in this kind of a
Yes.
stressful setting?
Yeah.
How did you calm your nerves?
Sorry.
How did you calm your nerves?
I drank some water. Other than that, I just tried to calm it. I don't know.
Well, you did a great job. Congratulations. First place finish. Thank you.
Thank you.
Good job.
Yeah, awesome shooting. Okay, we're going to take just a minute and while they're getting set up for the next group.
So our first two shooters in the youth male under 12, our fourth qualifier is going to be Cody Schickers, and our third qualifier is going to be Oscar Hayes.
So it looks like Oscar's choosing the left side. He's going to put Cody on the right. And then Oscar, are you going to shoot first or second?
I'm going to shoot second.
Oscar's going to shoot second, so he's going to make Cody shoot first. So Cody, as you're ready, whenever you're ready, you're just going to look over at Tim over there, and you get him a nod, and he's going to start the timer for you, okay?
Okay, Oscar on the left, long blonde hair, chooses to shoot second. He's seated above Cody.
Yep.
First arrow's a solid mid-ring 9 for Cody. And what got him here is Oscar shot a 629 to Oscar's 609. So, wow, that's right on the line there. Can't tell on the first shot from Oscar if it caught the 10 or a 9. I'm going to call it a 9 for now. He looks like he kind of rushed out a little bit and collapsed. All right, so this is going to be something that the coach takes back to him, and it's going to be a great learning opportunity, and they'll be able to review this, and they're going to see if he's changed his form or anything like that. So.
Yeah, this kind of stressful shooting will point out your weaknesses for sure.
Yeah.
And it's important to know what they are so that you can improve them in practice and be better prepared. Wow, good group.
Yeah, good group.
Look at that.
That looks like it's a 10 and 2 9. It looks like it's a 10 and 2 9s.
We're going to go over here and talk to Cody real quick. So Cody, you're shooting a compound. What kind of compound are you shooting and what arrows are you shooting?
Elite Ember and I forgot the arrows.
All right, looks like an Elite Ember and some Easton RX7s. All right, what kind of release you shooting?
Stan Onyx Clicker.
A Stan Onyx Clicker. Oh, that's the same release that Bodie Turner shoots. Did you know that?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know Bodie? You look up to Bodie?
Yeah.
You want to beat him someday?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Everybody here wants to beat Bodie someday. You're young enough, you can probably beat him eventually.
Yeah.
All right. Who do you got in the coach's box for you?
My dad.
All right. And do you shoot out of a club or do you just shoot at home? Which archery range do you shoot at?
This archery range in Thurston County 4-H.
Nice. So Thurston County 4-H. And then you shoot here at Archery World Lacey, huh?
Yeah.
Nice. Did your dad get you into archery?
Kind of.
Kinda? All right. So it looks like early on, Oscar's got a 29, Cody's got a 27, so very tight match. Are you guys ready for the second end? No. Oscar says no. All right, we're going to do it anyways.
All right. Looks like they're keeping the same order there. Cody's getting ready. So he said yes before he had an arrow knocked and ready.
Mm-hmm.
He had plenty of time because there's a 10-second countdown, before that, so he had plenty of time. But it would not hurt if he went ahead and had everything ready so he's not rushing or fumbling around with it too. So that'll be a learning experience.
Yeah, you never know if you need to let down and, save all those seconds you can.
I think looks like Oscar just looked back at his coach and was like, I punched it. So,
Yeah.
So he's recognizing it.
He
That's
is.
a great thing.
Yeah.
I think he collapsed a little bit on that and punched it too. So he's anticipating
Yeah,
that
the
thing
nerves.
happen. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, some
So he's
nerves
trying to
showing up.
force that shot, that command shot. If you break down any part of the cycle, you can command shoot if you don't break any other part down. But usually it causes a lot of breakdowns.
Sure does.
So he's the kind of, it looks like he's resorting to, that maximum pressure right now. And I'm sure that's not how he practices, but we see that at Lancaster too. And there's, some of the best shooters some of the best shooters on the planet will admit they punch it at the finals at Lancaster, and you can see them. They won't even touch the trigger, and then they'll punch it, but they don't break it down any other part of the shot, and it'll still go right in the middle. I'm not that person. I can't do that. I'll break down every part.
Your coach's box, you shoot for Letterfly Archery, right?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, and I've seen you around here at least a couple years. How long have you been shooting this shoot?
I've been shooting this shoot. This is my second time here.
Yeah, second time. How did you do last year?
I did pretty good yeah.
Yeah, okay. So what kind of bow are you shooting, and what arrows, and what release?
I shoot a Elite Ember. I shoot Super Drives 23s, and I shoot a True Ball finger trigger.
All right, so an Elite Ember, some Easton Super Dive 23s, and a True Ball release. Nice. All right, so early on, after the second end, Oscar's extended his lead a little bit. He's got a 57 to a 50. So now we're going to ask Cody the hard question. If it comes down to it, are you ready to shoot a 12?
Probably not.
Probably not. At least he's honest. All right, N3, whenever you're ready, Cody.
Oscar taking a deep breath, getting ready.
He didn't like it. He looked disappointed as soon as he shot it, and he's
I think
recognized it.
I think he knew. Yeah.
Yeah, he's trying to process that now.
Yep. Yep.
It's starting, the nerves are starting to get to him a little bit.
Yeah, they're starting to show up.
So I don't know. I can't keep track of the math right now to see if he should shoot at a 12 or not.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, it's an 8-9 liner. They're trying to give that. He did come down on that last shot, so he got a 9 on there, so that would be good anyway. So
we're going to step up here and ask Cody, have you shot any tournaments before?
One.
One. Have you shot, did you shoot here at the Archery Classic before or a different place?
Different place.
Yeah, so this is your first time at the Archery Classic. What do you think of standing up here on this stage?
It's not normal.
Not normal? Make you a little bit nervous, but not. It looks like you're not too nervous.
Not really.
Nice. All right, they're going to score our arrows down there. Looks like you might have made up a little ground, but we'll see how close it gets at the end here. Oh, nice tight match. Cody made up a little ground, finishes with a 76, but Oscar's going to take this match with an 80. So fantastic job, Cody. Cody's going to finish in 4th place. All right, up next is going to be our second qualifier. That's going to be Emmett Charbonneau. And are you going to shoot left or right side? You want to shoot on the left side. Okay, so you want to move, Oscar? All right, Emmett, and do you want to shoot first or second? Emmett's going to shoot first. All right, so whenever you're ready, looks like our scorers are getting a couple new targets up there. When you're ready, you're going to look at Tim and you're going to give him a nod. All right, while we're waiting, who do you got back there in the coach's box?
My dad.
Yeah, your dad? So did your dad teach you archery? Is he the one teaching you archery?
Yeah, he taught me basically the whole thing he taught me.
Nice. How long you been shooting?
About 7 years.
7 years. Wow. How old are you?
I'm 10.
Wow. Since you were 3, huh? Nice. That's like a Bodie Turner protege thing, huh? Yeah. Do you shoot around here?
I shoot in my backyard basically the whole time.
Yeah. Have you ever shot at archery before? Do you know who Bodie Turner is?
Yeah.
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 Nice. All right. Looks like our targets are ready. You guys ready? Okay.
All right. So they're asking if they know about Bodie. My suspicion is yes. Just look down at their feet. They're rocking the Crocs right now. So I don't know if that's a Bodie wannabe Bodie or if it's just that genre or that age. So here we go. Emmett's starting out with a 9.
They both got here pretty similar score, 630, 629.
Yeah, that's a tight one, I mean, that means after that many arrows, you're talking about, those 60, plus all the, it's about 80 arrows of shooting to get to that score.
Got a 9 there.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Emmett's at all 3 9s. And it looks like a 10, 9, 8 liner there, so it could be tied up after this first
Could see a 12. Yeah.
Looks like both boys shooting some good arrows. Emmett. So is this your first tournament or have you shot tournaments before?
I've shot a lot of tournaments before.
Oh, so Emmett shot lots of tournaments, yeah? So you have goals to grow up and be a professional archer?
Yeah, I just don't have them in my head right now.
Yeah, you're still pretty young. You got some time. Yeah. What kind of equipment are you shooting? What bow, what arrows, and what release are you shooting?
I shoot a Darton.
Looks like some gold tips there, and then what release?
I don't remember. I can't remember it.
Oh, that looks like a Bodie Turner release there too, huh? Is that a Stan Onyx clicker?
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's shooting those. Yeah. All the cool kids and all the good kids shoot clickers, don't they?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, they're pulling arrows. Looks like they're turning over the scores. Let's see where we're at. Ooh, we got a tight match early. Emmett with a 27-26 lead over Oscar going into the second end.
All right. At this point, it's anybody's game. I'd imagine they're going to shoot this in without even thinking about the 12 ring because it could go either way just naturally, right? There's a possibility if somebody makes a big mistake, they might want to try to catch up. But that's not a mistake at all right there.
No, that's a good shot.
Yeah, good 10.
Good first arrow. Put the pressure on him.
Oh, he matched it.
Yeah, caught the 10.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, these guys shot similar scores, so it's not a surprise, right?
Mm-hmm. Looks like Emmett just a little low on that. It looks like it's a 9. We'll see if he can capitalize. Nope, it's still going to keep the score the same.
It's like a low 9, possibly.
And that looks like Oscar could have shot an 8 there. If he does, that's going to drop it back 1 more point.
Yeah.
So that's going to put that 12 ring in play if it does.
Yeah, we'll see if he's going to talk to his coach and get the input.
Yeah.
Oscar, do you like to shoot indoor archery, outdoor archery, 3D archery? What's your favorite?
I shoot all of them. Our club has a lot of shoots. More in the summer, springish, I shoot outdoor with my dad. I shoot indoor with my mom. Sometimes with my dad, but yeah.
But do you have a favorite? Anything particular favorite? Indoor, outdoor, 3D?
I like 3D.
Yeah, nice. How long have you been coached by Stephanie? How long have you been in the club, and how long has she been coaching you?
For my whole time, really. Like, my mom was who got me started, and she started at Silver Arrow, so I started at Silver Arrow.
Nice, fantastic. So your mom shoots?
Yes.
Yeah?
Yeah, she does. She's better than me, but she's also had more experience.
Oh, so she's just because she shot longer, she's better than you? Yeah, you think you'll catch up to her?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, we have still got an incredibly tight match. 55 for Emmett, 53 for Oscar. All right, so now, Oscar, you're behind by 2 points. What are the chances that you need to hit a 12 and make the crowd go wild?
Last round, if I have to.
Last arrow if he has to. Let's see what happens.
All right, so he knows it's in play. I think he's going to wait to see what Emmett does here, because if Emmett's shooting solid 10s and 11s, he's going to go for that 12.
And being the last arrow, it's good practice.
Yeah, absolutely. So, yeah, so, oh, he shot an 11. Oh, it's tied up now.
Yep.
So it just became a 2-point swing on one arrow. So that 12 ring might be out of play again. It depends on what Emmett does here. Oh, he sinks it. It's got a solid 10, it looks like.
Yep.
And a 9, so it's a back and forth. So Oscar is back by 1 point again. And finishing out with a 10. So to win, Oscar is going to have to hit that. It's a 10. I don't know if he had time to think about it.
I don't think so, yeah. That was quick. Good
Oscar's got a couple of great shots down there, all in the gold, and Emmett has got a couple of, looks like at least a 10 and an 11 there, so this is going to be right down to the wire and tight. Emmett, are you still nervous, or are they settling down a little bit?
I'm still pretty nervous.
Emmett's still a little bit nervous. All right, while they're scoring these up, I'll tell you, the youth male under 12, so we're going to pay two places tonight. First place is going to get a buckle and a gift card for $85, and second place is going to get a gift card for $45. So that's what these boys are shooting for, the chance to win a gift card and maybe get a belt buckle. You guys got a prediction? Who do you think won this one?
I think it could be 50-50.
What do you think, Emmett?
I have no idea.
All right, let's see. They're turning over the score. Oh, boy. The suspense. Oh, look at that. Emmett pulls it out with an 84 to Oscar's 83. Fantastic match, boys. Fantastic match. So Oscar is going to finish in third position after some great shooting. Nice job, Oscar.
Thank you. I've had a really fun time shooting here.
Yeah, great job. We hope to see you back next year, and good luck this spring, or this winter, spring, and summer with your the rest of your archery. All right, up next, we got Rashawn is going to be our top qualifier. Do you want to shoot on the left or the right?
Left.
Rashawn wants to shoot on the left, and do you want to shoot first or second?
First.
Rashawn wants to shoot first. He's going to try and put the pressure on Emmett. All right, well, they're getting ready there. Rashawn, let's talk. All right, which club do you shoot for, and how long have you been shooting?
So I shoot for Next Step Archery, and I've been shooting for like 1.5 years, but competitively like half a year.
So about 1.5 years of shooting and about 6 months of competitive archery. Is this your first time at the Archery World Classic, I'm guessing?
Yeah,
What do you think of the shoot so far?
it's pretty fun.
Yeah, I got to watch you shoot earlier today. You shot really well. Do you think you can keep it up with all the pressure on?
Yeah.
Yeah, you look pretty calm. Are you nervous at all, or just another day for you?
I'm not that nervous, but yeah.
All right. So let's talk about your equipment. What kind of bow, what arrows, and what release are you shooting?
Okay, I'm shooting a Hoyt Cobalt. I have Easton Vectors, and I'm shooting a B3 Mini Exit.
All right. Easton and a B3 release.
I need all the female 12 to 17 to come see me on this.
All right. Female, the youth female 12 to 17. If you guys could go see Hunter on the other side over there, he'll get you started with practice. All right. Looks like the targets are up. And we're about ready to get started. Let's hold on. We got some targets getting hung down there. Let's go talk to Emmett real quick while we're waiting. Are the nerves settling at all? Getting a little bit better?
A little bit better.
Yeah. So you guys are both going to be in the money. You'll be fighting for first and second. Okay, so you're both going to get something out of this. Are you ready to step on the 12 if you think you need it?
Not at all.
Not at all. I don't think Emmett wants to touch that 12 button at all. All right, they're hanging a couple practice targets. Make sure they're out of the way down there. All right, looks like we're ready to go. All right, Rashawn, whenever you're ready.
Okay, so Rashawn shot a solid 653 through his qualifying in brackets, and Emmett had a 630 moving into this same thing. So Emmett's probably feeling a little bit of the nerve drop now, like you were talking about earlier. He's starting to feel a little bit more confident. Oh, but Rashawn starts out with a solid 11.
Yeah, that's that going first pressure.
Uh-oh. Yeah. That's 3 points on one arrow.
Yep.
He's got the Paige Pierce arm there. He locks that thing out.
Yeah, he does.
And a lot of it, the Next Step programs, there's so many Olympic archers up there. It used to be back in the day, it was pretty shied away for them to shoot that stiff arm, but we're seeing it kind of come back in compounds because the compounds are getting smoother. You don't get tennis elbow, and your shoulder doesn't suffer as much if you get a pretty smooth bow. So I think it's going to come back. But look at Rashawn's group there.
My goodness, good shoot.
And he's shooting.
All right, we'll talk to Rashawn again. All right, so you're with Next Step Archery, and who's your coach that's in the box for you today?
Connor.
Yeah, Connor, he's been up here a couple times, yeah? So is he giving you any advice?
Yeah.
What's he telling you to do?
Slow down.
Yeah, slow down, that's always a good thing, yeah? Do you, does he give you any other advice? Is he giving you any pep talk, anything like that, or just telling you to slow down and be calm?
Just slow down and be calm.
Nice. Well, you get 3 really good arrows up there. Let's see what the score works out to be. I'll ask you the same question. Do you have a favorite? Do you like indoor or outdoor or 3D archery?
Well, I like indoor target. I really don't like 3D or safari because I have to move my sight a lot.
Oh, so you like the indoor where you can just set your sight one spot and just keep shooting, huh? Yeah, nice. All right, looks like early lead with a solid 31 is going to be Rashawn. So 31-25 over Emmett. All right, we're ready for round 2 and number 2.
Into the second round. Rashawn's really put up a good score. That's a good solid start. Looks like you got a 9 on that one. Let's see if Emmett can put some pressure on him here. Looks like he matches him with a 9. There's a 10. Looks like we got a tie for this end going. Nice. And finishes up with another 10 for Rashawn. That's 29 for an end total. Oh, no, he knew it too. Yeah.
We'll go over here and talk to Emmett. Look like you're a little nervous, huh? Still a little nervous?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, is it the big money on the line that makes you nervous, or just standing up here on the stage in front of everybody?
Both.
Both, yeah? All right, so you're in the money, you're going to win a gift card. Are you going to keep that for yourself, or are you going to buy mom and dad something?
I don't know. Probably me.
You, yeah? You know Christmas is coming up.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, I think your mom was in the archery shop looking at some stuff, so you never know.
Yeah, I guess.
How'd you think that end went?
One good arrow.
One good arrow?
2.
Yeah. Two decent arrows. One got a little away from you. All right. Looks like we got Rashawn with a 61, Emmett with a 53. So knowing that, what do you think about the 12? You think there's any chance?
No.
Still no chance, huh? All right. End number 3, getting ready to start. Rashawn, whenever you're ready, give Tim a nod.
I see Dad's giving him a couple of pieces of advice there. He's trying to convince him to shoot that 12 because I don't know if he can make up the difference if he don't. And so now it's this tear between dad and son.
I think Dad's trying to calm him down a little bit. He's admitted he's nervous, so.
Looks like it's going to be a 10. I don't think that arrow's big enough to catch an 11 on
No,
that.
doesn't look like it either.
Oh, he shot a good 10 there. I don't know how bad that arrow is.
Well, they aren't wasting time getting arrows downrange, are they?
No, he's not. Neither of them are. So
less time to think.
He kind of punched that shot just a little bit. He knew it too. He's
this will be a big learning experience for him. You know, Dad's comforting him. That's good.
All right. We're going to let the scorekeepers take care of this, but looking at the targets, it looks like Rashawn's going to walk away with this one. That's what it looks like. It's unofficial. And then Emmett's going to get a solid second place. Let's talk to Emmett first. How'd you think that end went?
Okay.
It looked like it went much better to me, yeah? A couple of really good shots there. What'd you think of the pressure of being up here on the stage?
I don't know.
Not too bad? Are you going to plan on coming back next year and shooting the Archery World Classic?
Probably.
Yeah. How old are you?
I'm 10.
10. So you got 2 more years you can shoot in the youth male under 12, right? Yeah. Maybe next year you come back and move up one place, right?
Yeah.
All right. Fantastic. So they're turning over the scores now. And it looks like Rashawn's going to take this one, 91 to 81. But fantastic job, Emmett. You're going to get a solid second place finish and a $45 gift card. And let's talk to Rashawn here, our winner. How'd that go for you?
Pretty good.
91's a very solid score, especially up here on the stage. How do you think you shot today?
Great.
All right, any big plans for that $85 gift card?
I don't know.
Mom and Dad, maybe a nice gift for Coach?
I am buying a new bow soon, so probably for that.
Oh, he's buying a new bow, so he's going to save up his gift card and maybe get a new bow out of that. Fantastic. All right, we're going to do the awards here in a second. So right now, everybody's getting set up for the youth male and female 12 to 17 class. So just stick around for a few minutes and we'll do our awards and then get you guys out of here. Perfect. Do we got somebody that wants to take pictures?
Okay. So while they're getting ready for that, let's show you a little bit of the sponsors, some more of those people that help us make it happen.
Very nice Archery World Classic belt buckle is going to be Adelaide Holmes. There's that. And then if you can open that up and show it off when you get your picture taken.
Thank you.
All right, so fantastic. Congratulations. We'll get a picture. And Arna, if you can come back here, we'll get a picture of both of you, okay? Congratulations, young ladies. Oh, okay, hold on a second. We're going to get a couple more pictures down. Oh, face that camera? Okay. Let's get up here and face this camera so we can get you on film. All right, perfect. All right, congratulations, ladies. You can put that back in. All right, and now we've got our youth male under 12 in second position with a gift card for $45 is going to be Ebbett Charbonneau. And in first position with an $85 gift card and a very nice Archery World Classic belt buckle is going to be Rishan Ramaya. All right. So open that box and show it off for everybody. And then if you guys look over at the camera over there, okay? That's fancy, huh? So right here, you guys are going to turn and look at the camera over there. All right, congratulations, young men. And then if you guys want to turn, we'll get some pictures of you. Slide close together. All right, great job. Congratulations. Here, Deshaun, you can put that in there. All right, we'll take a. Uh-oh. Might have lost our battery. Test. Oh.
Keep talking to that, though.
Test. All right, looks like we lost our speaker. We're getting set up for the start with the youth female 12 to 17 class, and then we'll go into the youth male 12 to 17 class.
All right, they're getting ready. They just did the awards. They're getting ready to shoot the next ends. Looks like we're getting lined up.
These will be 20 yards now.
Yep. Let me pull up. I got a couple of screens I'm working with here. I'll pull up the right thing we need to work on.
These female 12 through 17.
Yep. So this, James, if you can switch it to the bracket round, or the shoot up round page that I'm on right now. Okay, let's talk about this. So this is the layout here. So Claudia with the 662, just ahead of Brooke with the 556, and then just ahead of Haley with the 552 and a 534. That's a really tight from first to fourth as far as the qualifications go and what got them there. So that's really going to be a tight match. That tells me, you know, without even thinking about it, that it could go either way at either match.
Yeah.
When you're shooting.
First two competitors, we got Elizabeth and Haley. They've been warming up on the side, so they'll be ready when they come in just to start scoring, it looks like.
Yep. And that's going to give Haley lane choice and then shooting first or second, so she's going to get to choose from that since she was seated higher. It'll be the same format that we've done. We're just going to be looking at 12 to 17-year-old females. That narrowed down from an 8-man bracket.
Did it?
So, yeah, so that cut the field in half after their 3 ends, and these are the top contenders here. Let's see.
Next up, we got the youth female 12 to 17. Now we're going to get a couple stats. We had 14 participants in the youth female 12 to 17 class, and we cut that down to 8. And then we had an 8-man bracket, and our top 4 qualifiers moving on were actually the top 4 females to start with. So we got in 4th position Elizabeth Drinkle. And she's going to be starting off against Haley Kamira.
And we're going to pay 3 positions in this class. 3rd position is going to get $124. Second place gets $248. And it looks like we got $619 for the first place winner today. So big money on the line. All right, so Haley, do you want to shoot first or second?
First.
All right, Haley's going to shoot first. And are both you ladies ready? All right, so Haley, as soon as you're ready, you go ahead and give Tim a nod and we'll get started.
Haley looks like she's got a Bowtech Reckoning in her hand. She didn't like it.
No, she didn't.
But it's closer than it looks. I think it's going to be a 9, but, you know,
Yeah.
that look told me like it was going to be way out there. It's not as bad as it seems, but...
It's like a low 8 there.
All right, 8 to 10. So it could just be a 1-point game right now, depending on if Haley's first arrow hit a 10 or not. Just a little bit out.
Just a solid 9 there.
And it matches out. I think it's going to be a 1-point game so far. You know, I think that's just going to be 1-point difference. So they're kind of right back where they started in some ways. You know, sometimes that's all. Obviously, that's all it takes. A lot of times is 1 point, but nobody's out of it yet.
It's early, and nerves haven't kicked in yet. Later in the last round.
And who do you shoot for?
Next Step Archery.
All right, Next Step Archery. And, whoa, I see the same coach in the box, Coach Connor, right?
Yes. He's also my water caddy today.
Wow, water caddy and coach. Has he given you any advice yet?
No.
No. He's just going to stand in the box, yeah? All right, so let's talk about your equipment. What bow, arrows, and release, and now we're up into the sight class. So what bow, arrow, release, what's your equipment?
I'm shooting a point bow, a onyx stand release, and 400 fat boys.
400 fat boys, and looks like you got a Shibuya sight on there. And no light, so just looks like you're shooting a little black ring.
Yes.
All right. So how about the nerves? How do you feel about the nerves up here on the stage?
Pretty shaky.
Pretty shaky. All right. Early, after the first round, first end, we got 27 for Elizabeth and 26 for Haley, so very tight match. All right, round 2 and number 2.
So it looked like Elizabeth chose to shoot second on that one. She got the high score, so she got to choose.
Okay. Low 9. Uh-oh, that's going to hurt.
Yeah.
That's a 6. And I'm sorry, a 7. That's a 7, so that's going to swing at a decent amount there. So that just swung it into Haley's favor. It's 35-34 right now, and Haley's going to try to capitalize on it, so she's going to hit an 11, so she's going to have to follow that up, and she does.
Oh, wow,
Yeah,
good,
so
good.
she's got it. She either needs a 12 ring here to kind of bring it back.
Just trying to get
she did it. She made up for it. So
she did, yeah.
That's really good. So it's good to show that she's working under that pressure. She made a mistake. She didn't let it get in her head.
Yeah, just focus on making a good shot. Work through it.
Or who do you shoot for? And who's in the
Coach's box.
Hamburger. My father's in my coach box.
So you don't shoot for any club? Just shoot at your house, or do you shoot at an archery range or any place?
I shoot at Kenmore.
Kenmore? All right. And your dad's in the coach's box, huh? All right, let's talk about your equipment. What bow and arrows and sight and release and everything?
Bowtech Reckoning Gen 2, and I have a VTech 25. And then I have this release.
Looks like a Stan Onyx. Is that the clicker? All right. And what do you got? It looks like we got an Excel sight. And what kind of scope you got there?
I have no idea.
No idea. Okay. All right. The guys are down there scoring everything. Let's see how we look now. Oh, after 2 ends, we've got a tie, 56-56. All right. I'll ask both the ladies here. If you need it, are you prepared to hit the 12 button?
No.
Haley says no. What about Elizabeth?
No.
No. Okay. No 12s, it looks like. Not going to get any 12s out of these girls.
And just let the score be what it is.
Yep. Yeah, same little spot there, so it could be an alignment or light. There's pressure that wasn't there before.
Yeah, 2 of her arrows are low, and probably a little sight adjustment might help.
Mm-hmm. And again, they're shooting 20 yards now, so these, that 11 ring that they're hitting is the size of a dime. It's about 1.5 centimeters in diameter. It's not big at all.
Mm-hmm.
It's just
those sight adjustments like that, that's where the coach could be helpful, just to kind of give you a reminder.
Yeah.
If he's seeing a trend.
Yeah, low down. All those are down low again, too. She caught that 10 on that last one. And, that might be an 11.
Now there's going to come down to a couple of arrow calls. Elizabeth, how are the nerves now?
Still pretty bad.
Still pretty bad? Yeah. All right, we'll see how everything's go back there. Do you have a favorite archery? Do you like indoor, outdoor, 3D?
Indoor.
You prefer indoor? Do you shoot any outdoor or 3D?
I do safari.
Nice. Safari? Have you been to Reading?
No.
No, haven't been to Reading yet. All right, let's talk to Haley. What is your favorite archery? Do you like indoor, outdoor, 3D?
Safari.
Oh, Haley likes safari, yeah. Have you been to Reading yet?
Hamburger.
Nice. Haley's been to Reading. How many times have you shot at Reading?
3 times.
2 times? 3 times? 3 times down at Reading? Nice. Is that, you enjoy Reading, the Reading trail shoot? All right. All right, looks like the arrows are scored. Let's see what we got. All right. Haley with an 84, and Elizabeth pulls it off with an 87. So Elizabeth is moving on, and Haley, you're going to be done. Haley's going to finish in 4th position today. Congratulations. All right, up next is our number 2 qualifier. That's going to be Brooke Kimura. So Brooke is up next. You want to shoot left or right and first or second? All right. So Brooke's going to be right. All right, they're going to hang a couple new targets. So we'll ask Brooke about her equipment. Looks like you're a lefty. And tell me what kind of equipment you got there.
I have a Gen 2 Reckoning and VTEC 25s.
And what are you shooting for a release?
True Ball Sweet Spot.
Looks like a true ball sweet spot. So that's a hinge style release with a safety. All right, what's your scope and your sight?
Good question.
Looks like an Excel and an Excel. Looks like she's got an Excel scope and an Excel sight bar. Looks like a ham ski rest. All right, looks like we got our target set up there. All right, so whenever you're ready.
All right, so Brooke, another lefty, shooting a Reckoning. She was only 4 points ahead in quals and brackets points. So Elizabeth moving up one spot is probably building her confidence as well.
Yeah, definitely.
Starts out with a 9 at 1 o'clock.
It looks like she executed the shot well, though.
Oh, I saw her collapse. So
Yeah.
Elizabeth looks like she was giving up on that shot right when it broke, and I wonder if she knows that. And mine climbs high like that too, high and left. If I don't give it to it. Yep. She's back. So she shot. Looks like that's right on the 10 line. I think that caught a 10.
Solid 10 there.
All right. Looks like Brooke's going to have a couple of 3 points on her. Unofficially.
A decade, 12 years, or 10 years, 10 years? All right, and how old are you?
17.
17, all right. And do you have a favorite discipline in archery? You like indoor, outdoor, 3D, field?
I like safari outdoor.
Safari? So how many times have you been to Reading?
I think 3 times.
Yeah, 3 times? Nice. All right, and I'm going to ask you, I know who you got in your coach's box, but who do you got in your coach's box?
I have Christine.
Yeah? Does Christina coach you, or is she just standing there for moral support mostly?
Both.
Both. All right, I'll ask you the big question that I ask everybody. If it comes down to it, are you ready to hit the 12 button?
No.
No. Nobody is ready to hit the 12 button. The crowd goes wild if you hit the 12 button. They don't care. They don't care what the crowd wants. All right. Looks like we got an early lead for Brooke, 28-27.
All right, so I was off. I said it would be a 2 or 3 point game just by what I thought I saw, but I am from Tennessee, so I can add however I want.
That's right. So Elizabeth's first match, her first round was a little rough, but she settled in and started hitting 11s. Let's see if she can do that.
Yeah, she did. She came back. She hit a lot of 11s on those last 2 ends on the first game. So. Like Dave was saying, she's shooting a sweet spot, so that's a hinge release. There's no trigger on it. There's a safety to help you draw it back so it don't accidentally shoot while you're drawing it. But then essentially what happens is there's 2 sears that fall apart when you get to a certain angle, and so it's considered back, you use back tension on both styles of shooting, but that's why you're seeing that follow through, because she's really pulling on that thing, and then it doesn't let her decide when she's going to shoot. It's just a position, and she's got one job: aim and pull.
Okay. That's we got a 2
So Elizabeth, are the nerves getting any better?
Yes.
A little bit? Calming down a little bit? All right. Do you have any pets at home?
I have one grumpy old man dog.
One grumpy old man dog. All right. Do you have any brothers and sisters?
I have one brother.
Does he shoot archery?
Yes.
Is he better than you, or are you better than him?
I believe I've passed him.
Oh, she's past him. How old's your brother?
18.
Oh, so you're better than, and how old are you?
14.
So 14, and you're better than your brother who's 18, huh?
Yes.
If I asked him, would he say the same thing?
I have no idea.
You have no idea? How many tournaments have you shot? Is this the first time you shot the Archery World Classic?
No, it's not the first time I've shot the Archery World, and I cannot count how many times I've shot tournaments.
Lots of tournaments then. So you have lots of experience? All right, fantastic. Looks like we've still got a very tight match. And Brooke has taken a 56-54 lead over Elizabeth, going into end number 3.
So Brooke has picked up 1 point per end. So that could go either way. So that's 2 points, and we need that 12 ring.
Yep.
Is what is going to probably need to happen for somebody, for Elizabeth to move on, unless, but she's got that until that last arrow too. So that's kind of how I would think I would play it too.
Yep, I agree.
Because there's 1 point if Brooke can shoot a 10 or 11. I'm
done
sorry,
it
if
before.
Elizabeth can shoot a 10 or 11, she'll make up.
She's done it before, so.
Mm-hmm. But you want to leave it all out there. If you can't make it without it, you need to take it.
Yeah, I agree. And coach, probably a reminder.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's going to be too close to call, so that's going to put even more pressure for the coach to say you should probably think about shooting that, because that's 2 9s and it's a possible 10 for Brooke coming out. So this last shot.
Looks like she's just gonna ignore that red button.
Oh, she is going to ignore it. Oh, so and this. Oh, and she shot. Is that an 8-9 line for? She shot a trip 9s again.
Boy, that's close.
Yeah,
81, 82.
looks like all of them in the gold for both young ladies. So we'll see how the scoring works out. Brooke, so is that your sister that shot before?
Yes.
All right. Do you have any other sisters and brothers, or is that
No, just her.
just her? And is she younger or older?
Younger.
All right. And do you have any pets at home?
Cat named Tiger.
A cat named Tiger. Nice. Do you have, how many times have you shot the Archery World Classic?
This is my first time.
First time. Fantastic. So making the podium on your first try. Fantastic job. What's the schedule look like for the rest of this year?
Not really sure.
Yeah, just taking them as they come? Are you planning on going back to Reading this year?
Yeah.
Nice. All right, looks like they're tallying up the scores. They pulled the arrows. Let's see what we got. All right, looks like Brooke holds on to her 2-point lead and takes this one 83-81. Elizabeth, fantastic job. Looks like you're going to finish in 3rd position, so great job. All right, up next is going to be our top qualifier. That's going to be Claudia House. And Claudia, do you want to shoot on the left or the right? Okay, Claudia wants to shoot on the right, so she's going to move Brooke. And do you want to shoot first or second?
First.
All right, Claudia's going to shoot first. All right, they're going to hang a couple of new targets. So we're going to ask Claudia, how long have you been shooting archery?
Consistently like 2 years. So
2 years. So do you shoot for a club, or do you shoot at an archery range, or you just shoot at your house? How do you practice archery?
I don't shoot with any club, and actually this is my home range, so I come and shoot here.
So you shoot out of Lacey? Nice. Do you come and shoot the leagues on Tuesday?
I used to, unfortunately, with high school. I have to wake up really early, but I do when I can, for sure.
Nice, nice. All right, looks like we got a couple targets hung up down there. Are your ladies ready to get started? All right, so Claudia, you're going to be up. Just take a look at Tim and give him a head nod when you're ready to shoot.
All right. So here we are, Claudia against Brooke. Claudia is the defending champion too. So Claudia won this last year in the young adult female, so 12 to 17. So she's guaranteed first or second, but I can tell you she won't be satisfied with second if she won last year. She's going to want to defend that title.
Two left-handers. You don't see that very often.
No. Oh, started out solid.
Nice.
I don't know the diameter of that arrow, but it's inside the 10 line, it looks like. So that's got a chance to catch that 11. A little hot, coming in at 9, a little tall. It's like definitely a mid-ring 10.
Yeah.
She looked like she drove down her bow and then pulled it back up. I thought she was starting to collapse, but then I think she may have just lost a dot or something and picked it back up in movement.
Yeah. Working through it. There's another 10.
Yeah. Starting out solid.
Yeah.
That's a 9-10 liner there for Brooke on that last arrow.
Claudia about her equipment, what she's got going on over here. All right, Claudia, tell us about what your bow is, what rest, sight, arrows, all that good stuff.
I shoot a PSC laser. My rest is a Hamsky Trinity. My sight is black gold, sorry. And then I also shoot VTAC 23s.
All right, and who do you have in the coach's box helping you today?
I have Emily.
All right, Emily Nelson back there. Is she giving you any words of advice?
Yeah, for sure. Like just her being there definitely helps.
Nice, yeah, we've seen Emily on the podium before, so she's got some experience, yeah. She's been up on the box before. All right, the tough question. If you need it, are you ready to hit the 12 button?
If I need it, maybe, but I'm hoping not to put myself in that position.
All right, she's honest. So Claudia, after the first end, 30 to 27. All right. Ready for end number 2.
All right, so I'm wondering if Brooke is starting to think about that 12 because of that. So I think after this end, we'll see. But it's only one more point, so it's just a 12 ring, and there is an 11 in play. So it's got to be just a 1-point game to really want to have to shoot at it, because just shooting at the middle, you're going to shoot at 11s anyway. Well,
that makes it a little bit more real.
Yeah,
there,
that does change it a little bit, because there's 3 points out there if she hits an 11 right here. She's got a 9, so she picked up a point.
There we go. There's a nice shot. Nice solid 11 on that one. Good shot.
She backed it up. She's got a solid 11 also. So just a 2-point game. Yeah, that's too hard to call from here. So
Yeah.
it looks like it may catch a 10 from the bottom. It's going to be a 9-10 liner.
An 11 there.
That's an 11. It looks like there too. If that's the case, that could even it
Unofficially
up. Or,
59,
yeah,
58.
yeah, it evened up or shifted it over just a little bit. So it's going to be close.
So it's helping out.
Kind of both. She told me to like just make sure I'm like breathing.
Yeah, that's important. Yeah. So are the nerves settling in a little bit, or you're still a little bit nervous up there on the box?
Still nervous.
Yeah, and still no chance of a 12?
Nope.
No chance. All right. Looks like all the girls have it in the 12 ring. A couple of very close. Looks like both girls have at least one 11 and then a couple of close ones. So let's see what the score is going to turn out to be. My guess is it's going to still be very tight. Oh, very tight. Brooke makes up a point. It's now 58 for Brooke, 59 for Claudia, going into the third and final end. So remember, we got a 12 button there just in case you need it.
So what'd they say? $600 on the line for this, right?
Yeah, it's a lot of cash and a buckle. You know, sometimes money gets spent, right? So if they win it, they'll remember they won the money. But what they will never forget is when they're looking through things later in life, they're going to see that buckle and they're going to remember every shot they took.
That's right. Yeah, I saw it right just before it broke. She a little strong.
Okay, so she's going to regroup. Wonder if Emily's going to give her some advice there. Uh-oh.
No.
So it's that last in nerves that you're talking about. So it looks like it's still the same.
Still a 1-point game, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Each arrow is going to get more and more stressful here.
Tall 10.
Yeah, solid.
All right, that's going to put a little bit more pressure on Brooke now.
Sometimes just taking a big, deep breath before you draw back really helps.
Yeah, and it's so close for Brooke now. So Brooke's going to have to shoot at the 11 on this one to just close the gap. You have to just kind of go for it, I think.
She didn't do it.
And another 10. And so Brooke, she didn't step on it, and she's just going to shoot at the middle here. Oh, she did. I don't know if she called it or not. That's going to be.
No, she didn't step on it.
She didn't step on it, so she's not going to get that point, I don't think. So she's going to get an 8.
Yep.
So you have to call it. And now she stepped on it. We didn't see because the camera wasn't on her, but if she called it and stepped on it and it didn't light up, of course it's going to be right. But I didn't think she called it or stepped on it.
Yeah,
So
I saw her shaking her head. No, she didn't.
okay, so she just shot at it, shoot at it, I think. So
I can feel my heartbeat in my chest. But either way, I finish on the podium. Not on the top, obviously, but, I'm really happy with how I did. So I guess that's all that really matters.
Yeah, fantastic. That's a great attitude to have. Yeah. You shot well all weekend. It looks like you were a top qualifier and moved through the brackets and held on to your top qualifying spot. So fantastic job. Let's see what the scores are down there and see how it all worked out. Either way, both girls are going to have a first and a second, both going to be on the podium. Brooke, how'd you feel after that last end?
Could have done better.
Yeah, could have been better. Little bit of nerves on that last end. Little bit of extra pressure.
About the same.
Yeah, about the same. Nice. All right, looks like Brent's getting ready to turn over the scores. All right, final score, Brooke with an 82 and Claudia with an 87. Congratulations, young ladies. So Claudia is going to take the win. She's going to get a check for $619. And Brooke is going to get second place and $248. So fantastic job, ladies. Fantastic job. And next up, we're going to have the last event for the evening. We've got the youth male, 12 to 17-year-olds. So we're going to get set up for them and get this finished up.
So I'm going to show you the standings on how everything came to be for the shoot up. You see Claudia stayed on top with 87-82 over Brooke. Great finish for everyone. So congratulations to those young ladies that have been putting that time in. We're going to grab Claudia. She was the defending champion. She held her spot. So this is the second time in a row she's won the Classic. And she's coming to the booth right now, so stand by and we'll get her.
So Kai, you're going to shoot first or second and left or right. Kai's going to shoot first and he's going to shoot on the right. All right, and these young men are shooting for
all right.
third place.
I'm sitting here with Claudia. I know you love doing this part right here.
Sure.
Yeah. So I kind of force her to when I come in and I see her. I make her say hi to me. So congratulations on defending your title from last year.
Thank you.
And for winning again. So that's hard. How did that pressure affect you, knowing you had to come in? Knowing second wouldn't be satisfying because you won last year. Explain that.
There was definitely a lot more pressure than there was last year because I had so many people tell me oh, you should come in, defend your title, and on top of really just winning, I didn't want to I guess get a huge check, obviously, more than I wanted to, finish first again. That was definitely huge pressure, and I felt that so much on the last in when it was so close.
Well, we were talking about that because money will get spent, right? It's a big pot of money, but
For
that
sure.
buckle was probably assumed was more important for you overall than defending that championship.
Absolutely.
Well, congratulations, and we'll see you at the awards booth.
All right. Okay. Thank you.
All right, we're turning over right now to the youth male 12 to 17. So it looks like we got Hudson and Kai shooting right now. Kai, I remember Kai from last year, and he was a foot shorter. I made a comment about that. He's growing really quick now.
Yeah,
so I'm not sure his age, but he's probably 13, 14 years old. But he's becoming a really good archer, so he's up here on the podium to prove it.
Yeah, he's down from my area. He shoots at our league with us. And, it's been fun to watch him progress and just improve and get better, and he puts in a lot of time.
And he's in the box. So how long you been shooting, and how long you been shooting with the club?
3 to 4 years.
So you've been shooting 3 to 4 years, and you've been shooting 3 to 4 years with the club?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Nice. All right, let's go over your equipment then. What kind of equipment you got there? What's your bow? What's your sight? You got some stabilizers, release. What's all the good stuff?
For my bow is a PSC Citation 36. For my release, it's an UltraView thumb button. For my sight is a black and gold sight. And then for my arrows is gold tip 27s.
Nice, very nice. Well, looks like got a very close match early on. After the first end, we got Hudson with a 27 and Kai with a 30. So very tight match early on. Did Coach Stephanie give you any advice that after that first end? Any advice from Coach Stephanie?
Take my time and relax.
Yeah, very good advice. A little nervous right now? A little nervous up there on the box?
A little, yeah.
All right. Looks like we're ready for end number 2. So Kai, when you're ready, just give Tim over there a nod.
All right, so 3-point game. Kai's up, and you said he shoots down where you're at.
Yeah, he shoots in our leagues. I see him almost every time I'm practicing. He's out shooting too. He definitely puts in a lot of time, asks lots of questions, and is really motivated to just keep improving.
That's good. And got away a little bit. That's on a 9-8 line. Let's see how that pans out here.
And needs a little sight adjustment there. Oh, there's a good solid 11 there. Good comeback.
Looks like he's shooting a hinge also.
Yeah. I was watching him the other day, and he's got really good form, really good execution. Just keeps improving each time I see him.
Yeah. I tell you what.
That's a good one.
Hudson is not going to want to give this up for nothing. So he's made up any ground he lost on the first end, I think. So. Yeah. Now, I'm not sure. I don't know Hudson well. I don't know if he's, being aggressive on this shot, and he might have caught a 10. So, I think a couple of things go through people's mind. At least it does for me, and it might for you. One of them is when I see something like that happen, and I feel like I'm gaining some ground, I get pretty aggressive, and you want to gain a little bit more. And it usually doesn't cost me. It's when I'm acting timid and I don't want to lose that you end up making a mistake.
I feel it's also a balance, too.
3 years. And have you made it up on the podium, up on the box here before?
Yes, I have.
Nice. All right, let's talk about your equipment. What bow, what sight, release, arrows, all that good stuff.
I'm shooting a Reckoning Gen 1. I have Easton Super Drive arrows, and I'm shooting Ultra View release. I have Axel True Ball sight. Yeah.
All right. Looks like you're shooting it real well. Had a 3-point lead. Looked like Hudson threw down a couple of good arrows down there, so might have tightened up a little bit. So going into the third end, what's your thoughts on the 12 button?
I'm not gonna go for it. I don't think so.
Not gonna go for it. All right, let's go get Hudson's take on this. Hudson, what do you think about the 12 button?
No.
No. So far, the 12 button is a little scary, it seems like. All right. Hudson comes back with a solid end and takes a 1-point lead after 2 ends, 59-58. All right, Kai, so whenever you're ready, take your time and then give Tim a nod and he'll get the clock started.
All right, so that 8 cost Kai that, and had it not got away from him, it would have been okay, I think. And he knows that, so I don't think he's going to let that happen again, to be honest. Just a little low. It looks like a 9.
Ooh. Yeah.
So that swung it back, so it looks like it's going to be tied up. Another 9 for Kai. And still tied up. 9 for Hudson.
Last arrow.
Oh, man, so this is going to, this is the strategy, right? So Kai's got to shoot this arrow, and then Hudson gets to decide what he's going to do.
Yep.
And so at a 9, at trip 9s now, if Hudson can shoot a 10 or 11, he'll win it. So he doesn't really need to shoot at the 12, obviously. Oh, it got away from him. I didn't see it. Maybe he rushed it a little bit. I bet in his mind he knew what happened because I seen him look out the bow really quick. So, he knew he was making a mistake at some point. So it looks like unofficially it's going to be Kai moving on to it.
85-83.
That's good. So
calm, cool, and collected up here. Who you got in the box back there?
My father.
All right. What club do you shoot for, or what range do you shoot out of, and how long have you been shooting archery?
I've been shooting for about 2 years. I shot Bowtech Joad at the beginning when I started shooting, but I mainly shoot alone, and I've rented my house and shoot at Bowtech.
Nice. So you're from down south then?
Yeah.
Nice, nice. All right, the guys are scoring the arrows down there. Nope, no water. All right. So if you advance, still staying away from the 12 button, huh?
Yeah, I don't think I need to take that risk.
Oh, nice. All right. Hudson with an 83, and Kai is going to move on with an 85. Great match. Great match, boys. Great job, Hudson. You shot great. You're going to finish in 4th place.
Thank you.
Nice job. All right. Our 2nd place qualifier coming up here is going to be Cody. Is that Stidham? Stidham. Cody Stidham. So Cody looks like he's going to shoot on the right-hand side. And Cody, do you want to shoot first or second?
Second, please.
All right, Cody's going to shoot second, so he's going to leave it up to Kai to shoot first. All right, let's quick couple of things with Cody. What bow, arrows, all that good equipment stuff are you shooting?
I'm shooting a Hoyt & Victa with Shrewd Onyx stabilizers and bowfinger weights, bowfinger sight, Shrewd Optum scope, Victory 27s with AAE fletchings and biter knocks.
Nice, good solid equipment. All right, looks like we're ready. Guys are coming back down range, so we're going to get started with round number 1, N1. Kai, whenever you're ready, you're going to give Tim a nod.
All right. So I shoot with Cody out of Nampa, Idaho. So he shoots at Nampa Bow Chiefs. It's a local club there. It's about 10 minutes from my house, and we see each other there and shoot a lot. Good young man, great archer. Looks like he just shot a 10 just off the 11 line. All right, I'm curious on Cody's first arrow and how much pressure he may feel. Oh, I think that's in. I think that's going to catch an 11.
Yeah, with 27s, that's...
And it was a clean execution, too.
Yeah, it was.
Both of them have great form. Great form, great follow-through. You know, just imagine 5 years from now what that's going to be like.
Yep.
No, it's definitely a solid 11, too.
Yeah, good match going here.
I mean, 11, 10, so it's 1 point, 20 yards. I think Cody is 14, going on 15. And so it is impressive to see.
Yeah.
Same thing for Kai and all these guys, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, man, it looks like you could have a 33. He's starting out, coming out of the gate hot.
That's close.
Yeah.
Composed up on the stage there. How many tournaments have you shot over the years, and what makes you keep your composure up there? You just look so calm.
I mean, I just try to breathe, don't really think about anything but myself, my shots, just not worry about the other person at all.
Nice. So have you shot quite a few tournaments since you started archery, or what's your tournament record and experience look like?
I've shot a good amount, some big ones. I don't know how many. I've done a lot.
Nice. Do you shoot redding? What's your favorite discipline in archery? You like indoor? You like outdoor? Field? 3D? Safari?
I'd say I prefer indoor. I mean, outdoor is really fun. It just takes a long time. I don't really like that.
Nice. You don't like walking around the course? Are you typical young kid?
I like the course. It just takes a long time. I don't really like that.
Yeah, you like to get in and shoot maybe an hour and be done with it?
Yeah.
Nice. All right. Looks like we got some scores tallied down there. All right. Early lead for Cody, 31 to Kai's 28. We're getting ready for end number 2.
Okay.
Those look closer than what they scored for sure.
Yeah, definitely. I would have called that, obviously we called it kind of a 33 with a question mark back here, and it looks like 2 didn't make it. So, but that's still confident shooting, right?
Yeah, it is. They do look very composed.
Yeah. Well, and the great thing is where you're at with Kai, I'm sure, there's a lot of great shooters down there that keep pressure on them, and it keeps just elevating that game. I mean, imagine us doing that when we were that age, right? And same thing with Cody. There's a lot of great shooters in Treasure Valley, and they all shoot together and all put a lot of pressure on each other. So it really just helps elevate the game.
Yeah.
Always chasing, right? If you're always chasing somebody better than you, you're going to become better.
Yeah.
That may have been a 9 for Cody, but it looked like it's a 9. That's on the 9-10 line for Kai as well. He's shaking his head too. He knows it.
He does.
Yeah. It's a solid 10.
Yep.
You just have such great form. That on the 8-9 line. He's not going to like that.
No, I don't think so. It looks like that might be an 8.
Yeah.
There's a 9 too.
So it looks like the jitters came on this end.
I think so, yeah.
So I saw Cody's face turn a little redder before he shot his first arrow. So I think it's like didn't have time to think about it for the first end. Now all of a sudden
sinking in. When you see that score in front of you, and all of a sudden you start thinking what you got to do, it kicks unproductive thoughts in, as I call them.
Idaho. I shoot for my family. Those are my sponsors, and then I've been shooting for about 4.5 to 5 years.
Nice. 4.5 or 5 years. Who'd you got back in the coach's box back there?
My dad.
Nice. Is your dad offering you any advice, or is he just mainly there for presence?
Bit of everything. Yeah.
Nice. Do you guys shoot as a family, or are you the only one that shoots? You got brothers and sisters that shoot, or anything like that?
My whole family shoots except for my mom, and I have a sister, and my dad shoots.
Nice, nice. And you guys shoot out of Idaho, so you made the trek from Nampa. Nice. So you shoot with what are they called over there? Where's Megan and Joe? The Fab Tabs? Is that the Barebow group over there, right? The Fab Tabs. You shoot with them?
I shoot next to them. Yes, I don't shoot with them. Clearly, I mean I have a compound, so.
Yeah. So they let you shoot with them, but you're not actually a Fab Tabber, right?
Yeah, I mean, I can carry around a Fab Tab. I could technically be considered a cool kid, but nothing really. No, we shoot next to each other, so.
Nice. All right, looks like they're tallying scores, pulling the arrows. Let's see what we got here. All right, Cody extending his lead a little bit. He's got 59 to Kai's 54. So I'll ask you the question as we go into the third end. You seem like a pretty outgoing kid. I've seen you interact with some of the archers here. What's your thoughts on the 12 button?
I'll go for it if needed.
All right, that's the attitude we like. He'll go for it if needed. Looks like Kai and Dad are discussing strategy over here. All right, end number 3.
All right. Sometimes those conversations in between, like you said, sometimes they'll make you start thinking, but in this case, it looks like they're going to help these young men, get out of their own head a little bit and just remember it's just shoot an arrow.
That's what it does for me. It just takes your mind off worrying about how you're going to shoot.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to worry about that till it's time.
I think that caught it. It looks like
it just touched it.
He's got a decent amount of weight up front there too.
That looks like that's just off.
Yeah. So when we go back, I'll give Cody some advice off of what I know mentally, that might help him. And then and I'm going to ask him some questions about what his bow was doing, how he felt, and everything else. And then that's when you really do the math and the homework, and you start to make those small adjustments under this pressure. Then you get used to it practicing again. You take it right back to pressure.
Yeah. So I do talk to Kai and his dad at home, and I do talk a lot about, shooting under pressure with them, and these experiences, allow yourself to reflect on them and learn, where you think you could have done better and what was some of the pressures you felt and how you reacted to them,
Right. A couple of low shots there for Kai, so I think they caught 10s though. I'm sorry, 9s. Oh, he blew a vein off or something. He's got some kinetic energy.
Just from outward appearance, these boys appear to shoot and have the nerves of seasoned veterans well beyond their years. So unofficially, it looks like Cody is probably going to take this one. I don't see any big moves down there. So Kai is probably going to finish in 3rd position, going to take home a check for $132. So congratulations, Kai. Good shooting. And our number 1 qualifier over there is going to be Dane Schuler. Dane's going to come out. Dane, do you want to shoot on the left or the right?
Right.
Dane wants to shoot on the right, so he's going to move Cody. And then you want to shoot first or second?
First.
Dane's going to shoot first. All right, final score from the Cody versus Kai match. 87 for Cody, 82 for Kai. All right, they're hanging targets, so we'll get a little quick interview with Dane. Dane, how long you been shooting? And looks like you got the old Let Her Fly archery jersey on. Oh, you got a new coach in the box. So Stephanie got booted out of the box, huh?
Yeah.
All right. So who you got in the box coaching you?
Angela Nicholson.
Angela, all right. How long you been shooting archery?
About 3 years.
3 years, and is this your first time at the Archer World Classic?
3rd year.
3rd year, all right. Okay, looks like we got everybody out of the way. Scores are up, so whenever you're ready.
All right. So Dane, this is his 3rd year shooting, and last year he won this event. His hair is about 2 inches longer. I don't think he cut it from last year to this year. It's just a style all these youth use, and I'm just jealous because I'm bald.
Yeah. I'm jealous too.
So he hubbled that a little bit, but he shot an 11. So yeah.
Good start.
And I make fun of anybody with hair now because I'm so jealous of it. If I could grow anything, I would. And I swear I have the same amount of hair. It just is all relocated.
Cody has a 10.
Yeah. So 11 and 10. So at one point after the first arrow. I'm telling you what, Dane didn't come to get second, did he?
No, he did not.
He's looking pretty solid right now. And so Cody, I know Cody can do this too. It's just going to come down to who's got it today.
Who can execute through the nerves and
blurred up a little bit, but I think that's an 11. Yeah.
I'd say he got it.
Yeah. And he made a little adjustment too, so he may have recognized that's something that he had been doing. And that's
a 10 there. Yeah, that's something I haven't seen is any side adjustments from these competitors.
Yeah, and I'll talk to him about that and see what he did and see if he remembers what he did. So he saw it that time, so it's going to be tied up.
There's a couple of them previously were always shooting right. I think could have benefited. It's hard to think of that in the moment. Your coach is kind of what needs to remind you.
Here, so tell us what you're shooting there, Dane.
I'm shooting a PSE Super RTX with a Excel Achieve XP UltraView scope, and then some custom bars my buddy Keith made for me.
All right, your buddy Keith makes bars, huh?
Yeah, they're pretty nice.
Fantastic. All right. What's Coach Angela been giving you any advice back there?
She told me to move a click down, but I think it's just me.
Yeah. A click's not much, is it? Yeah, I saw Cody over there moved his one click. You know, 2 clicks. You know what they call those? Those are just called comfort clicks. Okay. All right. Ooh, look at that. Both archers throwing down a 32 early, so we got a tie match, 32-32. Fantastic shooting.
All right.
So Dane comes in 721 to 7-3, so he's put up some good scores today.
Yep. He looks composed too.
Yeah, very. I think they both do.
I mean, they know the game. You know what I mean? So there's not the what do I do next, thought in their mind that you can usually read through somebody's eyes. I wonder if this is going to be the start of that second in nerves. I have a feeling he'll compose himself though. Just got away from him.
Sometimes that's just what you need to settle you back down to.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Cody's going to capitalize off of that too. I was going to swing 2 points right there. Yeah, center punch that one.
Nice.
I call that ODC.
Yeah.
Oh, since I'm from Tennessee, it's almost dead center.
Almost.
Yeah, I think he caught the 10. That's just close though.
Yeah.
Looks like he's shooting a relaxed shot too.
Yeah.
Did you notice that?
Mm-hmm.
So that's a classic Jesse Broadwater, grip on a hinge. So instead of pulling through with your ring finger and your pinky, he's got everything held back really tight, and he starts to relax that index finger. So it looks like he's using that relaxed shot.
Doing a great job with it.
Yeah. I'm glad I'm not shooting in the youth division.
Yeah.
All right, Cody. How old are you, Cody?
I'm 15.
15. So you got a couple more years in the youth division. How long you been shooting, and how many tournaments have you shot in your career?
So I've only been shooting tournaments for about 3 years now consistently. I don't know, I say I probably competitively shot good in about 30.
Wow, that's a good experience for a young man. Yeah, you guys both well composed up here, throwing down some really good arrows. I have a feeling this is going to be a really tight, really exciting match. And don't forget, we got that little red button right there, little 12 button. Yeah, you guys. I'm guessing both of you guys have heard of that kid Bodie Turner.
I think I've heard the name once or twice.
Yeah, so you have aspirations of shooting against Bodie someday?
Yeah, it'd be fun.
Yeah, Bodie steps on the red button.
Only when he needs to. Only when he needs to.
Okay. All right. Looks like Cody's taking a 1-point lead over Dane, 62-61, going into the third and final end.
All right, here we go. Last in. It's a 1-point game, 62 for Cody, 61 for Dane. Dane may be feeling a little bit of pressure because he knows, just like Claudio, that about defending that title.
Mm-hmm. Knowing it's close, they're going to try to put the best arrows downrange they can now.
Yep, you see that follow through
Yep.
Cody had on that too, so that's clean, very clean.
2 11s.
He did that little move again, but it was still solid.
It's like a 10 now.
Yeah, by the movement you would think it's up worse, but he's probably barely seeing that thing move out of the X, and it's executing. So that's how precise he's aiming. They duplicated it almost, and that's actually a little bit closer. So that's putting
tie game. Time match.
Yeah, it's putting
Last arrow.
Cody on the bubble too. I don't know if they would be happy going into the finals tied or if they are into the last arrow tied. That's an 11.
That's an 11, yep.
Ooh.
Got to have 11 just to keep it tied.
Mm-hmm. Little mouth twitch there.
He got it.
Oh, he got it. I think it's going to be tied up. So we'll see. It's going to come down to that one arrow call. So if that's a 10, if it's a 9, it's going to break his heart.
Yeah.
But if it's a 10, it's going to take him into a tie break.
Yep. Let's see what we got.
And there's a decent amount of money on here. I should have a list of all those payouts, but I don't. So
Put enough pressure on Cody.
Nah, should have shot second.
Should have shot second, huh? You think you wanted to see what he was shooting and then maybe step on the button?
Yeah.
All right, we got a couple of close arrows down there. You both shot fantastic, so it's going to come down to a couple of calls. How do you think you shot these 3 ends?
Yeah, I could have shot better.
Yeah, you could have shot better. You shot pretty good, I thought. So, do you think you should have maybe touched the 12 button on the last one? Maybe put a little pressure on Cody, or are you happy with your strategy?
I should have shot 12.
Oh, there we go. Should have shot the 12. All right, they're pulling arrows. Brent's getting ready to turn around the score. All right. Fantastic match. Cody with the 94 and Dane with the 92. So Cody's going to win this one, take home first place, and Dane's going to get second place. Fantastic shooting, young man. Fantastic shooting. All right. Next up, we're going to get the awards out here, and then we're going to get some, hand out the awards and get some pictures, and then we'll get you guys out of here.
all right, let's take just a second to go over what just happened today. So that was a little bit of an upset for Dane. He was the defending champion, and Cody came in. He found out about the shoot when we moved over there a year and a half ago, and they'd been planning on doing that for a while, and he's been wanting to really compete at a high level. And I think I'll get to talk to him later and see how that all, obviously it panned out well, but see what his thoughts were on that. Some of the things that go through everyone's mind, you would know more than anyone, is when you get down to that last little bit and you don't know what, kind of talk through the process that you do when you're on those last couple of arrows.
You know, you're really focused, for my case, I was really focused on just trying to shoot the best arrows, and sometimes you can lose track of the score, and, you know, having somebody behind you kind of in your ear would be a benefit too, but in the moment, you're really trying to just execute the best arrows you can. Sometimes those details get lost.
That's cool. Yeah. Well, we'll get Cody and get him behind here before they give out those things. But just real quick, we want to show you a little bit of a teaser that's coming up for an announcement that we've got going on tomorrow.
Elizabeth Drinkle gets a check for $124. And hold on right there, Elizabeth. We're going to make sure we get a picture up here. All right, second place is going to be Brooke Kimura, and she's going to get a check for $248. All right, first place in the youth female 12 to 17 class gets a check for $619 and an Archery World Classic champion belt buckle, Claudia House. Congratulations, young ladies. Fantastic shooting. All right, so now we need you guys to turn. Oh, nope. Oh, we got it up here. Never mind. Sorry. All right, thank you. All right, Cody's back there getting an interview from Joe, so we'll give him a couple seconds to get up here. All right, next up, we got the youth male 12 to 17-year-old class. Third position is going to be Kai Suzumura with a check for $132. Second place and a check for $264 is going to be Dane Schuler. All right, and your 2024 Archery World Classic champion in the youth male 12 to 17-year-old class, check for $660 and an Archery World Classic champion belt buckle, Cody Stidham. All right, fantastic shooting, young men. Let's give them a big round of applause. All right, now remind everybody, if you want to watch some more shooting, tomorrow we got the brackets and the shoot-ups for the rest of the adult classes starting at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning here. What's that? So we've got to move this back out of the way, and then we'll set up the brackets so they're ready to go first thing tomorrow.
All right, we're going to grab Cody real quick and have a quick interview with him. Get him settled down in here. All right, Cody, congratulations, buddy.
Thank you.
Came all the way over here from Nampa, Idaho. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about you going through and putting your comfort clicks on there and what you did to settle your brain and execute a good shot. So how did you feel doing that?
So I felt good in the first end, or the first shoot up round. I definitely felt the nerves going into it. The lighting was different, I will say that. The comfort clicks, all there was I noticed I was hitting high on all 3 shots. I typically give it about 3 shots. And so those clicks are just to see, like, maybe I can get myself a little lower if I do that. So.
Right. Well, and that's how they work. You know, on those 2 clicks, it's probably going to move about a millimeter, maybe a 16th of an inch, you know, at that distance. But there's something that it does to you mentally, too, so it kind of prepares you. You feel more confident in it, and your next shot gets executed clean. And you were shooting really good, so.
Thank you.
Congratulations on your win. How much was that check for?
$660, I
nice.
believe.
Yeah. All right, we'll split the winnings, maybe. No,
All right,
I'm just
sounds
kidding.
good.
All right, congratulations, Cody.
All right, thank you.
All right, guys. We're going to wrap up for tonight. We're going to start with the adult brackets tomorrow. Let's pull those line times up. These are going to be approximate, but we'll go live tomorrow. And we're looking at start kicking off the time for brackets at around 8:45, or I'm sorry, shooting. It looks like shooting adult brackets, starting with Sunday divisions. And going back here, check in at 7:30, start shooting at 8. So we're going to go live right around 8 tomorrow, and we'll stay live the entire time until we're finished. So we appreciate you guys watching these youth shoot up and shoot out those brackets, and thanks for the support. And again, like and subscribe, and we'll show you more of this stuff. And tomorrow there's some big hitters in these adult divisions, shooting the brackets and then going to do the shoot up. So again, stay tuned, and we'll see you tomorrow.